mainstream media and say, you're going to call us racist? You're going to call us potential Timothy McVeighs? Fuck you. War.
I can taste the Philippines in this.
Thank you, Arthur. How does the Philippines taste like?
Kind of like you.
Hey, you ever accidentally masturbate to young pictures of your mom?
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Stir them beans! Stir them beans!
Okay, I'll stir them beans.
Stir them beans! Stir them beans!
Is this your card?
No.
No. Check under your foreskin.
I'm not a bad person, I just tweet and build automobiles. I wanna go to Mars, but I probably never will. I can't be president like Trump, cause I wasn't born here. But there's one thing in my favor. I'm a trillionaire, and I got more money than transplanted hairs. From my dad's old diamond mine to my SpaceX shares. But having all this money is gonna bring me down if I don't have 50 kids to inherit it all. I can get myself hair transplant.
Hey, Rebels.
I can liposuction all my
Jack and
fat.
Oz.
But I'll never be clavicular. My body dysmorphia ain't that bad. But I do got Asperger's, whatever the hell that means. I guess it's like autism, but slightly less weird. And I got more money than transplanted hairs. From my dad's old diamond mine to my SpaceX shares. But having all this money is gonna bring me down if I don't have 50 kids to inherit it all. I don't care if you hate me for my money.
I don't understand why he needs 50 kids to inherit it.
As long as you buy more of that Tesla stock. I'ma keep it more real than the golden Fort Knox.
That don't make sense.
I'm the world's richest man, whether you like it or not. And I got more money than transplanted hairs. From my dad's old diamond mine to my SpaceX shares. But having all this money is gonna bring me down if I don't have 50 kids to inherit it all.
He'll hit 50.
I just don't understand why he needs that many.
I think he's going to have 50 kids.
Why you gotta have 50 kids to inherit it all?
Baddest
No kid could inherit it all.
One of the best singers and one of the best looking motherfuckers you ever seen. Hold my drink, bitch.
Then,
Hold my drink,
here we
bitch.
go again.
I heard him tell a story that he came in the China Club one time and I was behind the bar. Now, this is true. Charlie,
What's up?
there's a new joke going around. Have you heard it? I'm sorry, Charlie Murphy. It was an accident. I was having too much fun. I offer you a truce. What did the 5 fingers say to the face?
What?
The stickiest of the icky. I'm Rick James, bitch. Enjoy yourself. You want to smoke with the old boy, Rick James?
Yo, man, my forehead is bumping, man.
Slap. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. I'm Rick James, bitch. Cold-blooded. Bang, bang. This is a celebration, bitch. I'm Rick James, bitch. Everybody, King Kong ain't got shit on me. Hey, listen, bitches, do me a favor. Show Charlie Murphy your boobies, please. Wow, those are absolutely fantastic. Look at them. They were better than mine in Titanic.
Stop right there, criminal scum. Could be Eric. Listen to this.
Family has no money for food or gas. Can you bless me with something?
Oh, gosh.
Money-wise. please.
Can you suck it?
She looks like a fucking Oompa Loompa.
What is it?
I don't need money. A ride to my house. Where's Santa?
Yeah, but I'm so late for the party. That's why I feel bad.
Sweetie, can you help me? Can we get a bagel?
Me and you done had this conversation for the 5th time.
Sweetie, I hardly come down here. We always go up the other end. I can't help it. My check doesn't come till tomorrow.
You know what? You're relentless. Where's the husband at?
He's in the car sick. He hasn't worked, sweetie, in almost 2 months.
Well, no food, no money for food or gas, right?
Would you bless me? I was going to get 2 everyday bagels.
Get 3. All right, I love you.
Curses me out. Sweetie, could you spare just 5 more? Because we wanted to get...
I gotta go. Goodbye. I love you. Bye.
A trillionaire is a super demon from super hell, a dimension ruled by the dead vengeful ghost of Cambodian dictator Pol Pot. They do not practice Satanism. I want to make that distinction because it would be an insult to Satanists to say they do, whose net worth is at least $1 trillion worth of tortured human souls. 1,000 billion units of a given per dead starving family currency, typically US dollars. It is a subcategory of the concept of blood-sucking barely human parasitic bastards who deserve to be boiled in rice and alive, thrown in the ditch, stabbed 49 times, and electrocuted not to the point of death but at least 99% of the way theirs.
Thanks for the money, dummies.
Why are they hating so bad?
I don't know. They are though.
In their tongue, he's
What?
fucking.
Are they just jealous?
What? They hit him with an air cannon and did the Dovahkiin yell.
Look at this shit.
Fuck! To Randy Moss. Touchdown, Washington.
Fuck this shit. I came in this fucking room and everything went fucking bad. Fuck this shit, man.
I got him quitting his own game too.
Fuck.
Remember we talked about word families. I know you love that. So we're going to start with words that end in AN. You yell out a word, I'll write it down. Let's see how many we can get. Go!
Fan.
Fan! There's a good one.
Man.
Man, that's another one.
Lesbian.
Words that end in AN. Anyone, words ending in AN.
Lesbian.
I heard pan. Good.
No. Faith said lesbian.
All right, no big deal. Faith said lesbian. Hold on. Good, we'll write that down. Just a word. Not a big deal, but we'll move on. We'll get some other ones.
What is a lesbian, sir?
It's your word. How do you... All right. If you liked another girl.
I like Olivia. Am I a lesbian?
Well, if you like Olivia, you could be, sure.
I like Olivia. I love Olivia.
Olivia's like, what the fuck?
Am I a lesbian?
No, it doesn't work that way, Philip. You can never be a lesbian.
No fair. I want to be a lesbian. Me too.
You can all be lesbians. Okay, let's just move on. Let's try words that end in ON.
Prostitution.
What did you say?
Prostitution. What is prostitution?
What is prostitution? Let's say prostitution is when you work in the street and
go
you
fuck
get
yourself.
paid.
I want to do
I'm not letting you on
prostitution.
here, you
No.
piece of shit.
All right, moving on to words
Bye-bye,
that end in RE.
mofo.
But let me just have a
There's
second
goddamn
here
Dario again.
to think.
What is
if-
wrong with that weird
Nothing,
fat
it
fuck?
Can't be. So shout out words that end in
He's trying
RE.
to get everybody shut down.
Hardcore.
Yeah, we ain't getting fuck on me, bitch.
Someone put their persona pointing a gun at me and said, "Show us what's inside the fridge, Wayne." You want the truth? You want the truth? You want the fucking truth? There is no fridge. I lied.
Hey, yo.
A little bit of this and a little bit of that. I broke a nerf 4 times. So playing max difficulty. What did he do in his previous life? Pick a struggle, brother. Final boss of having 0 rights. Imagine if he was Ginger, Disney's new project.
got cooked for fries. The eighth wonder of the world, bro can get any job. Netflix wants to know his location. What did bro do to God? Definition of getting nerfed, 7 in 1 nod. From the combo X5, he's gonna write the easiest college application letter of all time. Collecting them like the Infinity Stones, bro's disability maxing. Walking target, I hope I'm not applying to the same college as him. Just pick one, bro, the definition of the 9 deadly sins. Fag red ticker bro's got a PhD in attention manufacturing. Bro is the next live action Rapunzel, 5 in 1 of products. Bet bro's also
5 in 1.
when you select
They said it meant he speaks French.
Shut it!
Somebody dropped this in the chat at Chris Stanley's yesterday. I think it was on. Could have been linked. How you doing, Mossy?
Oh, good, man. How are you?
Pretty good. Tonight, we're going to cover the aliens are demons. And then we got the Europeans that are in America for the World Cup are all freaking out. I don't know if you saw that.
Yep.
I mean, they're losing their fucking minds because they've been lied to by their media about what's going on here in America. You know that, right?
As far as?
Everything. How we live, fucking what the weather's like. See, when they first announced the World Cup was going to be here, they announced that there were going to be half times where they had water breaks. And they're all like, oh, you pussies and all this shit. And they went off over there on us saying it. We're used to heat, you know. And then they get here and the motherfuckers are all heat stroking out all over the place. Do you know that?
They
And
can't
they're
deal
going,
with the
heat in
humidity.
America's different. Fuck, I don't know.
Heat here is different than, unless you're in the Middle East and shit.
It's dry as fuck there, except for at night. You know that.
It's hot as fuck there.
Yeah. But it's so fucking hot, it's dry, you know?
Yeah.
Our heat's got water in it. I think it makes it worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the humidity.
And they say humidity is 99% of it.
If you want, before we get into that, I can share this one thing about them terrorists they busted.
Yeah, that's right. I was going to say, and then you got some shit on the terrorists that attacked the
They were going
Trump
to. They were
birthday
plotting.
party.
They were plotting to attack.
You know what's
it.
funny
They
is one of
got
them
their
looks
asses,
like,
and they were going to use drones. They were going to strap explosives to drones and fly
yeah,
them
but
the
the funny
fucking.
part is the one guy that they first showed looked like the dudes that tried to kidnap fucking our worthless governor. So
Yeah.
the first thing I thought of, this is bullshit. You know that? Oh,
They
it's
did a
fucking.
UFC event.
And then they don't even understand about how big our country is. You know that?
Yeah, America's not small.
Fuck no. If they drive for 10 hours, here's an example. Say you start in Paris, France, and you drive for 10 hours. You know where you're going to end up? In fucking
Depending on what
Baghdad.
direction. Yeah.
It isn't the humidity that'll get you. It's Lizzo's worm. Oh, God. She's got pinworms. Pinworms. Hey, Carl. Brits, when it's 80 Fahrenheit. Oh, my God. It's like hell. Dude, that's another thing. It's springtime fucking here. It ain't even hot yet. You know that?
Yeah. Wait till fucking in August.
Yeah, no shit. Let them fucking punks come here and play soccer then. We had to play soccer through that weather.
Where are they holding the World Cup at?
It started in Canada, and they didn't like Canada. They were bitching about Canada. Then they brought it here, and they're all happy as fuck because Buc-ee's
Yeah, but
and all
where
that
here
shit.
are they playing it?
Oh, they played in Chicago. They played in New York. They played in fucking Texas. I'm pretty sure it's starting to wrap up. I didn't even watch it this year. I usually watch it all the time.
Watch it.
Well, I used to play. I was a defender.
But any sport.
Yeah, I don't watch any sport anymore. You're right.
The only sport I watch is war.
I don't know. That's a sport for the rich.
War.
War.
I like to watch things go boom.
Tell the
And
truth.
I love
Because
seeing
you
the
don't like
pink
it because it
mist.
fucking, you don't like it. Tell the truth.
No,
I
I
was
don't.
even
But if
debating
I was
whether I was
gonna,
going to put this backdrop up.
oh, that's awesome. I like still
Yeah.
watching things go boom.
Yeah, it's here, U.S. and Mexico and Canada. It's all North America, basically.
I joined them and became air defense artillery when I was
Canadians,
firing
though,
the Stinger missiles off. I loved watching shit blow up.
Canadians were boring. We were a blast. In Mexico, they went fucking ape shit there. They're dancing in the rain and going nuts on all the people that were there. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Hargrave watches EBS eating pie and yellow flash jacking off to John Malin. I don't think Hargrave even watches any of those fucks anymore, truthfully, Rebels. None of us do. They're all pretty useless, you know? It's just like they're going to have Shane open up, hey, buddy, bring me a comic. Am I shitting when I say we got a fucking place that brings us weed called that, don't we?
What?
Hey, bro, bring me a bag, remember?
Yeah. Bring me back.
I hope they sue Shane.
I went to Loom just yesterday when I got Monday. I went to Loom. And they had a weed that's 27% THC, but it's 6.11% terpene.
Oh, so it's dipped?
No, terpene, it has terpenes on it. They had hell of the strain just has a hell of a lot of terpenes on it. It ain't dipped in anything.
Ours is bring me a bag. Bring me some bud. Bring me a bud, bro.
And then I got 2 ounces of that, $80 each. And then I got a 3-ounce shake of GMO cookies.
What is that? Where you live? A store?
Loom. The dispensary, Loom, Lume.
I don't
There's
think
one
I've
in
been there. Have I?
Ypsilanti. There's one in Walled Lake. There's one in Ann Arbor.
I have never been there.
They're kind of high end, but they have a bunch of sales going on. Like when they gave me my shit and I walked out of there with cloth shopping bags that says Loom on the side of them and shit.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's all fancy. But I got a hell of a deal.
All right. That sounds cool. I got
And then I
nothing
got
right
some
now.
shit, and then I got a half ounce of a shit that's like 34% THC.
I got about maybe a quarter ounce, and then the thumbnail
And
showed
I
me that there was a hunk
I
of
bought
hash
all
behind
of
us.
that, dude. I bought all of it and spent less than $200.
Huh. That sounds good.
Yeah, it was a good deal.
Back my nuts.
Yeah.
Fucking Eric. The beginning of the troll show, we used to kid around that Qbot was a tranny and she had a dick and shit. But it's not true, man. I'm pretty sure none of those women he's with are fucking that way. But we're going to start with this guy.
Now, to go into more speculation, again, I want to be careful. I don't want people to think that we're conspiracy nuts. If we do take aliens as being actual entities that exist, well, what do? They say they also inseminate people. And if we look at aliens and their profile, they resemble the serpentine creatures that the Bible mentions exist. For example, the seraphim, the word seraph means fiery serpent. So here are spirit creatures with wings that guard the throne, but the name seraph means they're serpentine. They look like serpents. Satan himself is called Nachash, serpent. He is the serpent. So that means if we follow the Bible, in the spirit realm, there are creatures that look like animals, look like insects. For example, in Revelation 9, when the king
he's not
was
here
given the
either,
key
so
to the shaft of the abyss. He opens up the abyss. It says, demons came out that looked like locusts. And what our Lord saying in Luke 10, if you go to Luke 10 and you read 19, he goes, give me the authority to trample over snakes and scorpions. What snakes, what scorpions do you crush under your feet? Who are these snakes and scorpions?
Yeah.
If you're talking about animals,
Demons.
even non-Christians can do that.
Yeah.
What snakes, scorpions? Demons. So here our Lord says, in the spirit realm, demons can look like serpents, scorpions, locusts. So these aliens, the grays, whatever they call them, if they're real, I don't know. I'm just saying, if they're real,
If they're
then they
real,
sure
I
look
don't know.
like serpentine figures. And if they are doing what people, again, guys, don't say it's the same as a nut. I'm just saying, if I don't know, I haven't met them and I don't plan on meeting them and having tea with them.
Yeah.
And if they exist, I believe they're demons. They're not extraterrestrial. If it's true, then what the aliens are doing is what these beings did in the past, because they would be the same demons.
Yeah.
They appeared as gods back then. They're appearing as aliens now. But anyway, we went on a tangent, but that's what I want you to see.
paying them more, which will force the law to change, right? And we'll all be better off. And I'm just here to say that if we're starting that movement,
Oh wait,
I'm in.
fuck.
You
Sorry.
don't want to get anything wrong.
Remember
because-
her? She wants somebody to bring her to America so she can eat fucking all our food.
Yeah.
We've showed her in the openings.
Did you find
yeah.
someone?
No, check this out though. There's a bunch of people, we're gonna cover this more in depth later on, that are all fucking freaked out about the oh shit, man, I skipped. Hold on. Fuck. How the fuck did that happen? Oh, I know, I'm supposed to be going up. All right, my bad. We're gonna cover that after this. We're gonna do this, and then we got Joe fucking the toe.
Yeah, so
coming up.
I found her on another podcast that she went on, and man, this was just like an
Sorry,
hour
I'm a
and
hack.
30 minutes of just.
I can only take so much alien talk.
Yeah, but apparently she believes
Hey,
that
Alphonse.
aliens started the human race, and that our bodies are going to transcend into alienness, and these are just shells. Like
So Heaven's Gate.
Kinda.
That's basically Heaven's
Yeah,
Gate.
but Heaven Gate was like
It's all over the
still
world.
human
That's the
when you go
craziest
to
part about it
space.
all.
So hers were like you're
You
going to
turn
be
into
a big-eyed, gray-skinned alien.
Hot.
Yeah. No, not hot.
Slimy.
Asexual. We're not a religious show, but we're openly Christian.
The lens we're looking through.
He's
it.
still in
We don't wanna
rehab, man.
push the idea.
I had a hooker come up to me and approach me
atheistic
the other day, and I
idea
thought
that
maybe he sent her.
aliens created the world.
She
You know
was
what I mean?
crazy as
So I
fuck.
think that's what the main reason why
What
we
if, what
pulled
if she
back.
just had such a problem with like religion or Christianity? Like she just
made her own.
Made her own.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this chick
Took
that
the
they're
story
talking
of-
about
took the story of God and twisted it.
She got this genealogist to advance what we look like now 1,000 years in the future, and it came out that we are going to turn into grays. So this bitch that they're bitching about, she is fucking fucked in her head.
Not really.
But then I always thought they were either aliens, or the aliens were either demons, or they were us from the future collecting genetic material. Hey Mo, because they were fucked in the future genetically. You know what I mean? Or they could even be space travelers that we sent out that came back. Because remember we talked about that when they sent out those big ships. When they get to the planet they're going to, they're not going to be the same people that we sent out. You know that?
Yeah.
What if that planet doesn't fit their needs anymore? Are they locked in it? They have to go there? Right? I mean, how
Yeah.
the fuck would you feel if they threw you in a fucking spaceship and let's say that they got where you can
How the
sleep
fuck do
now?
you turn around?
You fucking don't. You can't come back here because even if you go to Mars,
Exactly.
you can't come back to Earth.
So there you go.
So you find a fucking place that would be suitable to the way our bodies have adapted. You know what, like a gas giant or something. You know what I mean? They'd fucking go there and they'd make it a whole new fucking species. If they had any sense. Or you're saying that they're going to go all that way and go to a planet that they're unfit to live on and hold it for us till we get there? Fuck. You know what some nightmares are? Like, say that we send some ship out there out in the middle of fucking nowhere, and we advanced technology so bad that we circled them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And while they're out there fucking turning into mush people, we're fucking kid, shut up. We're gonna turn this around. What if we sent them to Jupiter and they just got stupider? See, that's a problem too. If you look at the astronauts, the ones who have been up there in low orbit only for long periods of time, their eyes bug out, their chins get elongated, they get kind of stupid in the brain. Have you noticed that?
No.
Oh fuck, check it out one time. We'll do a show about that then. Them astronauts are fucked after they serve their time up there. Especially the ones that got stuck up there and shit. Their health is wrecked. And that one bitch, did you hear about her? She fucking sabotaged the space station because she didn't want to be stuck up there. She had to go home for some party or some shit. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And to fit her own imagination.
I think she'd been so that was kind of our consensus on alien stuff is all that is demonic possession. It's something else trying to pull us away from God because of what.
Do you have any alien things where you've seen UFOs?
Who, me?
Yeah. What if the
There's some
ship
stuff in the
was shot down?
skies that I can't explain.
You've seen shit?
In the skies that I can't explain, yeah. We were out hunting with my grandpa and coon hunting in Illinois. When I was a kid.
That's in the
And,
final days, Eric. That repeats. It says
we
in the
had
final
something come
days.
above us that didn't make any noise whatsoever, but it lit us up like daylight. Like we had to block our eyes to see. And we had hunting dogs with us. And we had our guns with us. And it all lasted of about maybe less than a minute. And it was gone, dude, about the size of a fucking star again.
Spell check
And
sucks.
we didn't get nothing that night because the dogs wouldn't leave our side after that. Freaked the fucking dogs out.
I was
My
young.
grandpa was so
when we-
motherfucking pissed. He was pissed off. He's like, that motherfucker. He was so, all he is when it was coons, dude. He was mad as fuck that happened.
I was in the Indian Guides. First, I was in the Boy Scouts. And my dad fucking pulled me up. I wanted to be an Eagle Scout, and I never got a chance because they put me in Indian Guides.
You know, if you sit and lay down on the ground in a dark night and stare at, my dad showed me this, and you lay on the ground, get somewhere where there's no street lights and shit.
Oh,
Get
I
out
know.
in the
I've done
dark.
that.
I've done it in Afghanistan. I've done this in a lot of different places. You lay on the ground just chilling, so you're not moving.
No, but everything else is.
Your body isn't moving. So it's not like your head's wobbling or some shit like that. And if you lay there on a really good clear
Mo.
night, dude, you can watch stars, little star. It'll be a fucking. It
Oh,
looks like a
meteorites and
star.
everything, man, flying around.
No. You'll see them doing patterns, like
Oh,
going
you're talking
up
about
and
alien
down,
shit. I
up
don't want
and
to
down.
look that close.
You'll see them go back and forth. You'll see these stars wave the fuck up there, bouncing around. It ain't a star, dude. Stars don't fucking bounce.
That's
And
been
go
happening
in
to me all day
circles and
long,
do
Mo.
figure eights and go in loop to loops and shit.
Just doing the title
And
for the
I
show
have
was a pain in
seen
the
them
ass.
do that shit, dude. My dad showed me this one night. He's like, I've been seeing this my whole life. I got to show you this.
Yeah, he wanted to fuck with your little brain.
No, that's what we saw that night when we were fucking out hunting. It was one of those lights bouncing around like
Yeah,
that,
we
and then
saw
it came
pretty
down
much-
on top of us, dude.
Yeah,
and
we saw
lit
pretty
us
much
up
the
like a
same
fucking
thing.
daylight.
So we were camped a little bit away from the adults because my dad was a leader in Boy Scouts and in
I'm not
Indian
lying to
Guides.
y'all. Yeah.
I saw the exact same fucking thing, but we snuck
Yeah,
in some booze and some fucking. I had brought the weed as usual, and we lit up and we were laying there, fucking having a good time around the fire. And then all of a sudden, one of those things popped above us and lit us up.
Yep.
And fucking everybody freaked out and ran back to the adults, except for me. I just fucking sat there and chilled, and I don't know what happened. You know, as far as I know, nothing. Next thing you know, it's bouncing around the sky. Goes like a
Yep.
mile away, and it's bouncing all over the place. And I was like, "Holy fuck!"
And it'll look
Then-
like the size of another star. Like, you got to sit there and watch for a while.
Oh yeah,
and you'll
after it
start
went off,
noticing
you
a
couldn't tell
movement.
it from a star.
Yeah.
But when it was
It's
right up
fucking
above
crazy.
us, it fucking lit up the whole area, and that's when everybody freaked
Afghanistan,
out.
we'd be on night watch on point and shit, on point watch and shit at night. And we'd sit there, I'd show fucking my fellow soldiers and say, I'm like, watch this shit.
Coppers don't fly like that. I've seen.
I'd lay
choppers
there and I see one,
fucking the
I'd
best.
find one, and then I'd be like, hey, yo, look at that star right there. Just lay here and look at that star. and
That's
tell me
almost
what
like
the
paying
fuck it
attention
does.
to them. I don't want them paying attention to me, so I don't
I'd be
pay
like, and
attention
tell
to
me
them.
what the fuck you see.
basically
And all of
where
a
I'm
sudden,
at.
after about a minute, you think, holy shit, dude, the fuck
But
is
you're
that thing
seeking them
doing?
out. What the fuck if they look back at you?
They
Fuck
have
all
I,
that.
at some point, because my dad showed them to me from when I was a kid. I've been looking at them my whole life. And that one time we were out hunting, that one of those lights things that he showed me bouncing around in the sky, we were kind of watching it that night hunting.
Yeah,
And
Carl, this is how you end up
it
getting
came
crow,
down
brother.
it came down.
Brother?
I don't what, maybe 75 feet off the ground, right above the trees, and lit
Yeah.
us up with a bright white light, brighter than daylight.
What was it
And
shaped
th-
like?
it- a circle.
Yep.
That's
was
all you
mine.
could see was a circle. It was
Yeah,
so
'cause the
bright.
bright was so
and
fucking-
it sat there for maybe 45 seconds to a minute, and then it was as fast as you could snap your fingers. It was back up to a fucking star up in the sky,
Oh, my
bouncing
shit was
around
like
again.
gone
And the
down like
dogs, the rest
road.
of that, we ended up stopping hunting because the dogs wouldn't leave our side. We couldn't go fucking hunt. My
I didn't have-
grandfather was pissed.
Everybody that was human besides me ran like cowards.
He was cussing them motherfuckers out. I might
I
sound
told him it
crazy,
was
but I'm
real.
it's the truth.
He thought it was all bullshit. He said, "What the fuck are you smoking with them?" And I said,
But
"Man,
it
that
wouldn't
shit really
surprise me
happened."
if fucking aliens or demons. It
Oh yeah,
could be a
once it
very
proves
good
up.
possibility.
All right, so these guys are bitching about that chick, and they're saying that it's in the Bible. In the Bible, it says in the days of Noah, in the final days before Jesus returns, it's going to be like the days of Noah. And that's when all that weird shit was going on. You know that?
Yeah.
With the Anunnaki and all that. Okay, here's Joe the Toe.
But I've been talking to a lot of people over the last few months that think that aliens are angels and devils. Like all those stories in the Bible about fallen angels and devils, and that there's good angels and bad angels. There's demons and angels.
Not me, man.
Spiritual force that's always here all the time.
I got exit only above my
exists
asshole.
in the physical form, and it might be existing as these things that we keep looking for, or maybe to hide the true nature of what they are. So it will present as if it's from another planet.
Yeah, so I found her on another podcast
fuck.
that she went on.
Mm-hmm.
I should have put this shit in the other order, but I picked it out, and I said I was going to play it up and down. Okay, so Joe the Toe's doing hours about this shit now. And then Billy Graham, JD Vance jumped in on it. Hey, Scarlett. And of course, you know that got fucking tons of fucking people freaking out because JD Vance said it. Did you hear about that?
Yeah. Aliens or demons.
Let's start with Billy Graham. Okay, so here I'll start with why. So here's where cards on the table. Skeptical about aliens, confident about demons.
Yes.
I think the majority, vast majority, or all, however you do it, maybe demonic manifestations. Now, one, I do want to say this. I think everybody with a head on their shoulders should go, hey, man, if you think that there is not technology that governments have that they don't disclose that they have, if you don't think that stuff exists, man, I've got oceanfront property to sell you in Dallas. I'd like to talk to you. Like, so one, I think we got to have a category for like, hey, dude, there's probably technology that governments have that they don't disclose. That's what governments do.
That's right.
On the other hand, there's also stuff that doesn't really explain. So here's one.
We're not even that far advanced.
Billy
You know
Graham
that. We're advanced
said
more
this
than what
in
they're
his
showing us,
book
but not
about
as advanced as
angels.
these
It was written in
aliens are.
1975. Billy Graham quote.
Yeah.
I am convinced that these heavenly beings exist, talking about angels, and that they provide unseen aid on our behalf. I do not believe in angels because someone has told me about a dramatic visitation from an angel, impressive as such rare testimonies may be. I do not believe in angels because, this is the key quote, because UFOs are astonishingly angel-like in some of their reported appearances. I do not believe in angels because ESP experts are making the realm of the spirit world suddenly seem more and more plausible. I do not believe in angels because of the sudden worldwide emphasis on the reality of Satan and demons. I believe in angels because the Bible says there are angels, and I believe the Bible to be the true word of God. So here you got Billy Graham going, hey man, there are unseen realms, angels and demons, and some of what people report as UFOs may be that.
That's right.
I'll tell you why I think is very frequently demonic manifestation. Number one, Ephesians 2 refers to Satan as, quote, the prince of the powers of the air. I think that's notable. You got that. Number two, dude, and this is, you don't got to agree with anything I say. And again, this is all speculation. In Matthew 24, Jesus is talking about what will happen at the end, more towards the end times. This is a little this is very tinfoil hatty. He says, but about that day or hour, nobody knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. Verse 37, because as it was in the days of Noah, so it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. Now, one aspect of the days of Noah, that's Genesis 6. That's when you have the fallen angels, sons of God, Nephilim. You guys did a whole thing on it. That's when you have supernatural beings visiting Earth. Honestly, dude, I know this is weird. Go listen to the Nephilim episode that they did without me. Seemingly interbreeding.
Yep.
So with humans. And then you end up with hybrid natural and
Noah
supernatural beings
remember?
that were walking the earth and visiting the earth in the days of Noah. Some people speculate that some of what Matthew 24 is saying is that type of phenomenon will escalate again. Now, I'm going to tip my cards.
Shit,
I don't think that's what Matthew 24 is doing, because the next verse
I'm gonna have to
says
star that.
that it's really about people were just doing their normal lives and got surprised by coming judgment.
Oh, fucking
But I don't think it's totally out
And
of
every
the realm
time you
to
read,
say
find something
that
new
might
that
be
you didn't
one
see
thing it means
before.
by as in the days of
I can
Noah.
say
There
that
you
from
go.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And then let me do this. I'm gonna kick it to you, and then I got a lot here.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
no, keep going. You're
So
doing
then, dude, this honestly, this shocked
It's
me.
almost like when
So
you're
JD
reading
Vance,
it,
have you
whatever
seen this clip?
mindset you're in and whatever your
Oh,
challenges
yes, I
are.
do. I know
So
what you
JD
mean.
Vance
what
is
I
doing
mean?
this podcast interview. This was last year, and I saved him my little iPhone note. And this lady just asks him, as the new VP, what do you think? Aliens.
Check
Bro,
this out.
listen to what he says here. Play this thing.
Because Tulsi Gabbard says that she believes there are aliens. Do you believe that?
You know, I don't, it's interesting.
Remember, he's
I wouldn't
Catholic.
say that I do or don't believe it. I mean, I'm a big believer that there are things out there that we can't explain. And so if another person sees an alien, maybe I see an angel or a demon. So I'm a big believer that there are like spiritual forces working on the physical world that a lot of us don't see and a lot of us don't understand and a lot of us don't appreciate. But, you know, is it aliens or is it our guardian angel, or is it aliens, or is it a not so guardian force that doesn't care about us, or in fact actively wishes us harm? I don't know the answer to that question. What I try to do is I try to say my prayers.
Love what he does
I
here.
try to be as good of a person as I can be, and I try to do a good job. And hopefully that's all.
That was a great answer.
So two things. Yeah. One, you got the daggum Vice President of the United States.
Who, even if you disagree with politically, he's a brilliant man.
That's right.
This is a
These guys
brilliant
must be
man.
bricks,
I think
you
is
know
Ivy
that?
League educated.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Who by the way, has access to information you don't have access to,
Yeah, that
and has
is
seen
true,
things
though.
that you have not seen.
Mm-hmm.
And that dude is going, where you see an alien, I might see an angel or a demon. That's the Vice President of the United States.
got some weight. Got
And
some
everybody
weight.
got a little
freaked
weight.
out over
And then
this.
I'll do one more.
Did
and
you
then
hear
I'm
about
gonna
that,
kick it to you.
Mossy?
We can talk about some stuff. Show
Freaked
that.
out
Show
over
that
what?
little screenshot. I
I'm
didn't want to play
saying
the whole
that.
video because it's a little weird. So this is a representative, United States representative, Anna Paulina.
One with the
Luna.
tits that Hargrave likes.
Now, she gave this quote. It was 3 days ago. Look at the quote. I didn't want to play the whole thing, but I watched the clip to confirm that the quote is accurate. Here's what she said. I don't call them aliens. Now, she doesn't talk about angels or demons, but she says, listen close to what she says. I don't call them aliens. I use the term interdimensional beings. Now, there was a congressional hearing in 2024 where they started, some people were...
We got a Dr. Green motherfucker on here that lives right near where Jefferson had his whole mansion and all that shit. And I'm thinking to myself, how can you have so much money and be such a bag of shit with bad teeth? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's bitching that they gave that Anna Pluna a motherfucking like the lowdown, all the paperwork and all that. They talked to her about it all and shit. And then she went and talked to a bunch of military people. And now she's saying this lunatic shit about other dimension, because that's what it says in the Bible, that there's the seen and the unseen. So all these fundamentalists, this doctor is saying, what you're not gonna believe this shit where this all goes. It's gonna blow your fucking mind.
Reportedly bringing out UAP stuff. And if you go back and listen to some of that stuff, which I do not recommend, by the way, I just saw little clips on X.
Fuck Hunter. I hope they do run that
They
crackhead
veer
piece
away
of shit. He'll fucking
from saying
OD.
extraterrestrial
Watch.
life or aliens, and they consistently use that language, interdimensional beings. Now, here's why that's interesting to me as a Christian. Again, all this is speculation. I got my tinfoil hat on. None of my faith is built on this. I know it sounds weird. In a biblical cosmology, what we have is that God created one universe with two realms. There's the seen realm, and there is the unseen realm. Okay, we as humans, we operate exclusively in the seen realm. But throughout the Bible, angels
There are
and
no
demons
coincidences, Mo.
are beings that manifest in both the seen realm and the unseen realm. I'll just say this, dude.
We don't hear
Another
this
way to
doctor
say that
explains how
is
their ships work.
interdimensional beings, or to use
Fucking,
biblical
we need
language,
Hargrave here because he's the motherfucking tech for all this bullshit. You know that? He knows it better than we do. I know it as somebody who reads about it. He knows somebody that's been around the fucking shit.
Right.
Fuck. Because they start talking. When we get past these guys, the religious guys, we get to these doctors, it gets fucking crazy. Watch. Here's Dr. Stephen Greer responding to JD Vance saying aliens are really demons. So they get bent out of shape. And then this goes into the religious realm too with the Pope and everybody. Watch. He starts bringing them up and then they all get involved. It's going to blow your fucking mind.
Well, Trump just posted an AI picture of an alien in chains being walked with a bunch of military.
Yeah.
Is there any significance to this, or is he just trolling at this point?
Yeah, he tends to bring up serious things in a funny way to sort of troll it.
Look at this fucking clown. Who the fuck? He's got a bad human skin on. You know that? We're supposed to believe this shit? Because he's mad because the politicians are telling us the truth and they want disclosure on their own terms. You know that? Double worshiping pieces of shit want us to believe that they're not demons. What do you think? Fuck.
I heard last night from a senior member of Congress who was very upset by that. And it's a member of his own party, because he felt that he's going to step into the same mistake that the governor of Arizona made when he mocked the whole alien thing after the Phoenix Lights in 1993. If you would
that was our military.
I
was
there when that happened, by the way. It was right above me.
Probably.
And it was a CE5 contact. That's what.
Because watch, this guy's got nothing but conflict with the military.
So, and that governor since came out and apologized for ridiculing it that way, because later he realized it was all very real and very serious, and the implications are very serious. So I think that, but at the same time, the president likes to joke and likes to do outrageous things and kind of also sort of get people's goat, and create controversy.
He's their scientific advisor.
So I don't take it too seriously, but I did hear from a member of Congress last night who was less than amused by it. But I said, look, it's just par for the course with Mr. Trump. So,
well, speaking of the president, the vice president, J.D. Vance, referred to aliens as demons. And you actually commented about this.
Yeah, he was on the Benny Johnson show. It's a podcaster out of Tampa who's good friends with the vice president. And I was on 1 week later and sort of explained how dangerous that comment is. The other problem is there are members of Congress, like Congresswoman Luna, that is...
What?
He's made a documentary and shit.
Oh, he's got all kinds of shit out there. He's just the latest grifter, man. Because that black guy that they used to use and that other Neil deGrasse Tyson and then the science guy, they all turned out to be pieces of shit. They can't use them anymore. So they always roll out a new one. He's just the latest fucking tip of the spear of the fake religion. That's their science. This guy don't know any more than anybody else about anything. They just say that they know for sure. You know that? They put on a white coat. We know for sure. I've been inside the monster, man. They don't know fuck all more than anybody else. They just say it with more authority. You know that? To get a fucking paycheck. Fuck all these monsters. And then look what he does with it. Fuck, man. You look like I'm older than this motherfucker. Do you know that? How the fuck does that work? Neil deGrasse Tyson? He is black. And then they got the science guy who always said all that shit about trannies and all that shit. They're both gone. Neil deGrasse Tyson's still running around trying to be relevant, but everybody thinks he's a fucking joke. He can't be a science guy to the fucking government. That's why they got this ass clown now with a bad human suit on. He's a lizard person, probably.
As soon as I briefed her years ago, was intercepted by some intelligence and military people who then filled her head with nonsense. And they said, oh, they're not extraterrestrial, they're interdimensional, which is the stupidest comment ever. It's like saying an orange that you eat is round and someone else saying, no, it's orange.
Yeah, Bill Nye.
It's round and it's orange and it's a fruit. It's all of the above. So what do I mean by that? What people are confusing is very advanced technology to a lower civilization, i.e. ours, is always going to look supernatural, magical, whatever. So, I mean, so let's put this in perspective.
Look how twitchy he is and upset about this.
Let's go back to Thomas Jefferson. So my home is out in the country right near his home.
How the fuck do you live there with all that money and look like a
bag of dog shit? If you showed this thing, or what we're doing right now, remotely on an interview, to Thomas Jefferson, it would be supernatural, magical, which is what J.D. Vance said about UFOs. And if you said it in Salem, Massachusetts, you'd be burned at the stake as a witch and executed. So this kind of thinking is so untutored that it really beggars the imagination. And the problem is religious ideas trying to creep
I'm
into
gonna keep
something
my religion. You
that,
keep your
while there's a
bullshit
spiritual
looking bag of
dimension to
dog shit
this,
body.
is a completely incorrect interpretation. And this is going to be a big problem with disclosure going forward in the next few months, is that there are going to be a lot of people on the far lunatic fringe of religious
You'd have to look at least
extremist
passable, Mo.
organizations saying that these aren't part of the natural creation because they're not
That's
explicitly
what
in
I
the
said.
Bible.
It's a lizard person wearing
A
a fucking
priori,
man skin.
they're
This
demons and they're
motherfucker's
from
telling
Satan.
us, hey,
Now,
aliens are demons, and Lua Paula fucking the military got to her and told her to say all this shit. And all the government's saying that they're interdimensional, like the Bible says. Fuck this motherfucker. You know that? Do you believe him?
Who,
Fuck.
Stephen Kieran? No.
He's a piece of
So-
dog shit.
I don't think reasonable
We did
and
4
moderate
shows
religious
about this,
people or the
about it.
Vatican people I've met
That's how
with think
worked
that.
up these fucks are over it.
However, there is a strain of this that runs through the intelligence community, and it's one way to sort of gaslight
How
our
dare
leaders
us believe in
into
God, you
this. But it
lizard
also
fuck.
discredits the subject because no scientist cares to study demons. If you want to study demons, go to theology school or whatever it is.
They don't even let you do it there
demonologists
like you
do.
should.
The other thing I pointed out, Vlad, is that years ago, I think it was back in the late
Stay on the
90s, I was
fucking
at the Vatican
plantation.
with the Pope's senior theologian. It was back when Pope John Paul was the Pope.
Check this out. This
And
is where we
Monsignor
move the religion
Balducci
after this
hosted me there, and we were in his apartments overlooking St. Peter's. And he said, look, neither angels nor demons require flying saucers. He put it so
No,
simply.
he's not. He's against all of us.
And by
Eric.
the way, Monsignor Balducci was a
anti-human.
demonologist. His specialty were demons for the Catholic Church, believe it or not. So we
With a
had a long
knife.
talk about this. Now, this was about, almost 30 years ago. And so what I'm telling people, back in the 80s, you had Jerry Falwell and Pat Robertson saying UFOs were from Satan and the demons and
wonder
all this
why.
stuff. This thread of religious fanaticism
Oh,
is really not
here we
any
go.
different than the Ayatollahs in Iran expecting the 12th
Did
Imam
you hear that?
and
Now,
wanting the
because
end
you
of the
believe in
world to
God, you're
happen,
like an
right?
fucking
So there
Ayatollah
is
from
a
Iran.
strain of sort of the
For these
lunatic fringe
lizard
of people who have been filling the heads of people new to the subject.
Fuck you,
J.D.
you
Vance
fuck.
admitted in that interview he's very interested, but he's not had a chance to study it. I have since had a friend of his get over to him a briefing document that we had done for the president. But I think that the mistake is an easy one, because if anything we're using today, imagine if one of our jets flew over a village in the Middle Ages. Well, it would be supernatural, right? But we're talking about civilizations that are hundreds of thousands to millions of years more advanced than we are in Earth equivalent evolutionary years. Well, of course, their technologies are going to look magical to us, but if you're looking at it objectively, almost everything we use today would be magical to people back up hundreds of years ago.
fuck
So I
you.
think we have to bring that perspective to it and kind of calm down
Why,
this
why can't we bring
hysteria
the religious perspective
and sort
to
of
it?
literally
Is this fucking
demonizing
hypocrisy
the
or what?
aliens that saying they're demons because they look different from us. Or I call this sort of interstellar racism.
Now they're going to use DEI
this is
on
the-
us,
this-
homie. They're going to use fucking DEI on us. And he says that this is stopping their disclosure. That you heard what Anna and Paula said, that we're going to be shocked by what we find out. These motherfuckers already got this shit lined up. Project Bluebeam, you know that?
I figured the spaceship part of it just used to try and make it look like a world threat so that they can roll in the New World Order. The
Oh, you
control
know that.
and
That's what they want.
protect
They want an outside
everybody.
enemy to pull everybody
Mhm.
together.
Just like 9/11.
You know what they do to motherfuckers that are albinos in their tribe and are white? They fucking cut them up and use them for their fucking medicine. Did you know that?
No. I
Yeah,
didn't.
interstellar racism. Oh no, here we go again. Yeah, that's what they're gonna fucking pull on us. It's gonna be DEI bullshit. That's why that was done like that, so they could just switch over to this.
Eric
Fuck
knows.
this. Yeah, well, You're not a motherfucker that's never left his basement
Stock and
either.
trade of all ufology, right? The good aliens are tall and white and look like they're from Norway.
Listen to this
And the
fuck.
bad ones are
how
short and
nervous
dark
he's
and
talking about
have
this
different
shit.
facial features. Well,
Yeah,
this is
fake
just blatant speciesism or racism, but taken on an
Motherfucker.
interstellar level. So I view almost of all ufology as sort of a bastion of bigotry and ignorance. But sorry to say, I make a few friends that way, but I'm not running for mayor of Crazy Town. I'll leave that to those guys. But, and I think it is dangerous because the vice president is a heartbeat away from the Oval Office. And the president's 80 years old. So what you don't want, in my opinion, is to have somebody saying something that could then lead to sort of people wanting to have a holy war over this issue.
But he says that's
and
racist
there
to
are
say
peop-
that. Just because, I know you've heard the shit that the Grays are just trying to steal shit from us and they want to make deals for technology. It's almost like fucking out of science fiction. And then the Nords warning us about them all. I'm not the mayor of Crazy Town. Wooka wooka. Yeah, he's really getting upset about all this shit. It's like it's triggering him. He's the vice president. You're not, so shut the fuck up, Dillhole. He's your scientific advisor, though. Nobody's taking his advice because the military's telling them all what really is going on, right? And that's why he's sitting here crying like the bitch he is. Oh, he'll finger it out, Scarlett. He'll microwave that yogurt, baby.
In FBI, CIA, Department of Defense that are part of that lunatic fringe of religious extremists that would like to see
You hear
that
that?
happen.
Because we believe in
So
God.
I think,
You
it was
lizard
kind of a
fuck.
funny comment, but it's not funny because the
What?
Yeah, he's saying we're lunatics.
Yeah, we're the lunatic fringe. Do Grays get EBT? I'm sure they'll get Obama phones, EBT, and free housing. I don't know. I think they're saying the Grays are just biological entities. They have no will. They're just like slaves to whatever the fuck controls them. The Nords are like giving up all the secrets on all the other ones. So that's why that guy hates the Nords, because they're like going around them. You know what I mean? They have no power if we talk to the Nords, right? These motherfuckers like this guy are trying to be the intermediary of what the fuck's going on. The middleman, right?
Do the Grays get EBT?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually meant it. And it's very similar to what Tucker Carlson has said, that he has said, oh, these are demons and they're working for Satan and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, extraterrestrial.
Look, everyone can
benefits
believe anything they
transfer.
want, believe in freedom of faith, religion, freedom of speech. But, if you're a leader, you have a responsibility to speak reasonably and factually about something.
You hear
that's
this
important.
shit? What he's saying?
So I think that, we're trying to steer people away from that. And members of Congress need to get off
They couldn't make that song anymore.
They're not extraterrestrial, they're interdimensional. Now, why? Let me explain this for just a minute. This thing. Let's put an
Hold on a minute.
electromagnetic
You see his
field.
fucking hands and his arms? This shit don't even look real. What the fuck? Where'd they dig this fucker up at? And he's going to say now that a cell phone is magic if you take it into the past.
Propulsion system around this. And if you change it at the subatomic level through magnetic fields and what have you, that object can literally dematerialize and vanish right in front of you and reappear at a place far away. It's quantum entanglement, but on a macro big level. So you can do this with entire spacecraft and people on it. Now, where is it when
What
it's
is a macro
disappeared?
big level?
It's crossed into what's called other
bullshit,
dimensions.
Doc, for fucking, he's trying to bullshit you with words.
Macro is extremely small.
Right.
So how could you have a macro
big level?
Big level.
What he's trying to say in his big stupid lizard brain is that the small, universe, when you get to the macro and everything's down there, that's where you get
They're trying to
entanglement.
break it down in them and back down in the molecules and then transfer
Quantum
it
mechanics.
back together.
He's trying to
over
make
here
quantum
at a
mechanics
long
big.
distance. Yeah.
That you could use quantum mechanics on our level. That's what he's
Yeah.
trying to say. And this motherfucker, he's obviously got in the end and to know what they're doing there, but that fucking he's trying to say that we're supposed to just accept their shit and give up our God. Go fuck yourself, man. That ain't gonna ever happen on my end. Is it on yours?
No.
Fuck him and fuck them. Oh no shit. Janet Pinkett Smith like tangling ornaments with her son's friends. That bitch, and then taking her husband on TV shows and talking about it. What a brutal bitch, you know that? Fuck.
Yeah.
So this guy, all he did was bitch about the military and that he's got the priest on his side. So the head exorcist priest in I think it's Washington said that UFOs are demons, and they fucking fired him.
The Catholic Archbishop of Washington, D.C. has removed a priest as an exorcist after he suggested UFO sightings might be the work of demons. In a Facebook video, Monsignor Stephen Rossetti said, quote, "As an exorcist, I wanted to raise that danger, and that is that demons like to hide," adding, "It's my personal belief that probably many, if not most of these UFO sightings are in fact demons." The Washington, D.C. Archbishop removed Rossetti for those statements, saying they, quote, "undermine the church's very precise teaching on the devil, demons, and exorcism." News Nation spoke to Monsignor Rossetti about the meaning of exorcism in the
church
Catholic
has sold
Church
us
last
out.
October.
So we have the Jesus authority to cast out demons. And so the church today does what Jesus did. It preaches the good news, it prays for healing, and we cast out demons. Now, the church tries to manage this somewhat complex and can be challenging ministry. So we don't want everybody just running around throwing out demons. You know, it ends up with problems, and there are problems in other phase when you don't manage it.
Rossetti is a prominent figure on social media as well, boasting 150,000 followers on Instagram. He also works as a psychologist, running a Washington-based nonprofit
He's
called the
based
St.
as
Michael
fuck.
Center for Spiritual
He's
Renewal.
not the only
The
one.
center offers spiritual
They hammered
healing
him, but
for
they're not
priests.
hammering the
The
other ones that
Archdiocese
all
is
split up
also
and said it
cutting
too.
ties with
Watch.
the St. Michael Center. Rossetti has been with the Archdiocese of Washington for decades. He's also served as a chaplain for the Washington Nationals
They still
baseball
fuck
team
them.
and as a Catholic University professor, according to the Washington Post. In response to his removal as an exorcist, he wrote in a statement, quote, "I ask forgiveness for any ways that I have not been faithful to the teachings of the church's magisterium. I believe it is of the utmost importance to be obedient to the church." Vice President J.D. Vance, in a podcast appearance earlier this year,
Man, it
also
caught
said
some
he
waves.
thinks UFOs are demons. This comes as the Department of Defense is declassifying many files related to UFO sightings.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah.
So then this other cat, we'll go on with the theories, and then wait, fuck it. I'll just go up to the where's this other guy?
This is not new in the context of science and religion. You know, we, for example, now know, scientifically speaking, that the universe started in a Big Bang. We don't know what happened before
Here's
that.
another
and
science guy
that is,
bitching about
the
it.
kind of theory that appeared in Genesis and has been the foundation for the
It's a good one, Jay.
Judeo-Christian religion in particular. And so I
We
don't
know
see
people that are having demon problems. Don't
necessarily
think you
a
don't.
conflict
Just look
between
around.
religious beliefs and science,
Dario.
as long as everyone agrees that we should attend to the evidence. That should guide us. Let's figure out what these things are. And my guess is that in situations where there is a lot of uncertainty, for example, if the US government cannot figure out what these objects are, then of course people have their own speculations or theories, or they connect it to some past traditional thoughts. And I have no issue with that as long as everyone agrees that we should get more data and figure these things out. And you know, at the end of the day, we might recognize this as something completely unexpected, but we might also figure it
They're
out.
always sloppy out of
So let me
shape,
put it
telling
this
us how to
way.
think.
I hear you.
You can't take
right?
care of
And I
yourself.
go
You can't
back to
tell
the
me
idea, let's say
fuck.
he saw or heard something, and it's his interpretation of it that it has a religious context and it's demons. But I think at the very least, if we make this assumption in this theory, he may have saw or heard something that would suggest that whatever these beings or these phenomena are evil, right? That seems to be the very big narrative put out by pop culture. They're evil, the evil. Is it assumed too much
What
that
rate did everybody they
UAPs,
pick up?
UFOs,
What the
aliens
fuck?
are evil if
You
we're
want
putting them in the
to roll?
demon context?
You fucking
Yeah, I
look
do
at his
think
head.
that's going too far because,
That is
you know,
kid.
I'm leading the Galileo project. We built 3 observatories. We're looking up and at millions of objects using machine learning, artificial intelligence
using
algorithms to
AI
figure
now to
out
look
if there
for
are any
UFOs.
outliers relative
That's
to the
real
performance
smart.
envelope of
Demons looking
human-made
for demons.
technologies. And my thinking
These
about it
fuckers.
is not in the context of demons, but more in the context of aliens. And in that case, if we are seeing any extraterrestrial technologies, it's
The
the way I
greed.
think of them.
They're willing to give us
is
up
the
for their
better angels
greed. You know that?
Of our nature. You know, why not be optimistic? Because we can learn from new technologies. We only had science and technology for 100 years, and most stars formed billions of years before the sun. I should also mention that the latest interstellar visitor we had, 3I Atlas, could have potentially released some probes or objects during its path. And in fact, in recent months, there was a report by the Meteor Society that indeed there is a surge in the number of meteors on Earth over the past few months in the first quarter of 2026.
Fucker, man.
We should always,
Mockingbird.
look
And you
up
think that
and
might be
do
caused
stuff.
by three-eyed Atlas?
It's a possibility that I discussed
It's a
in an
possibility.
essay
You're
on
full of
Medium.com.
shit.
I calculated that
You
an ejection
copulated.
speed of only less than a few kilometers per second, which is completely reasonable of objects.
Oh, have a
Even if
good
it
one,
was
Eric,
a
man. Thanks for
natural,
coming through.
Iceberg that fragmented,
Later,
let's say, a year ago or a decade ago, there was a cloud of debris around it. Then some of those fragments could have hit the Earth in recent months. That's completely reasonable in terms of the numbers.
You're
The
seeding
question
us,
of
Mossy.
whether it's technological and release
Yeah,
some
right.
probes, that's a completely separate question, because there
I had
we
something
can
to
have
share
the
with you after
fragments
this video
guided
real
by
quick in
technology.
regards to all this too.
All I'm saying is we should be open-minded to the
All
possibility
right, we only got a
that
couple more, and then we're going to
we're
move
not
on
at
to
the
the
top of
World
the food
Cup.
chain within the Milky Way galaxy, that we can learn something from siblings of our family of intelligent civilizations. And of course, you may ask, how is religion supposed to be affected?
Why the fuck are they all talking about
by
our
any
religion?
finding? Yeah. So I had a visit to Harvard University, where I'm a professor, by a group of theologians led by the president of the Templeton Foundation. And they asked me, how would our religious beliefs be affected by finding extraterrestrials? And I said, look, I have two daughters, and when the second one was born, it didn't take away any of the love that I have to the first one. And so assuming
Wow,
that
that's
God
a hell of
is
a metaphor, ain't
parent
it?
that can attend to only one child is very limiting.
Yeah, that's a good way. That's a
You know
really
what?
good
When I
way
take
to-
my advice from Mockingbird Press fucks, I'll fucking stop taking advice. You know that?
Yeah.
Here,
Real
go ahead.
quick,
And, what do you
Stephen
got?
Gear, that dude Stephen Gear,
Yeah.
is a retired emergency trauma physician
Okay.
and a prominent UFO American uologist. Just to give you a background of him. He the Disclosure Project, he made headlines in 2001 about hosting that in Washington, who was one of the ones that pushed for disclosure. He made 2 documentaries, The Close Encounter of the Fifth Kind and Serious Unacknowledged. But here's a good one for you. He also teaches his followers specific meditation and conscious focus techniques he believes can initiate peaceful contact with extraterrestrial civilizations.
Why would you want to fuck? It's like I said before, you don't want to fucking get in there. It's like God. You don't want to get too close to the fire.
No.
You get burned.
And then he also says that the government now has a bunch of UFO ships and shit that look alien, but they ain't. They're man-made because we made them.
Huh. Oh,
But-
yeah, fucking Carl. Enoch tells you fucking
reverse
everything
engineer
about
them.
all this shit. They're fucking demons and angels, just like fucking they're saying. And then these motherfuckers are trying so hard, these cocksuckers that worship the devil are trying to tell us, don't believe in your religion, listen to us. They're the fuckers that lie to you about COVID. You know that? These are the cocksuckers that fucking lie to you about everything. But they're going to tell you the truth right now. Fuck that. Fuck them. Wake the fuck up. What do you got to show about it then? You said you had something?
Oh, no, I just wanted to read that to you real quick in regards to what we were just talking about.
Oh, I thought you said you had something you wanted to show.
Not
My
in
bad.
regards to what we're talking about.
All right,
no.
we'll check it out.
And then look at this blade.
Oh no!
Did you see that motherfucking blade just came
Watch
out of
this. Look
nowhere?
how crazy this is.
As he
What?
walks in.
Yeah, look.
Oh my
Look at
god!
that.
I mean,
See that fucking saw blade came out of
bonkers,
nowhere.
man. That thing is stuck into the
Wow,
wall.
that would have fucking took his legs off.
100%. Look how deep it went into the
Show
wall.
it again.
Oh, that had some serious force behind it, man.
Where the fuck did that come from?
Good question. Crazy this is.
As he walks in.
Watch.
Yeah, look.
Oh my god.
You see that motherfucker?
I mean, that is fucking
Wow.
bonkers, man. Look how crazy this is.
As he walks in.
Yeah, look.
Oh my god.
How the fuck
Is
did
that a
it be
hubcap?
going that
Fucking
fast?
bonkers, man. That thing is stuck into the
Wow,
wall.
Where the fuck
that
did
a
it come
hubcap?
from?
His legs off.
100%.
What
It was
is it?
a,
Look how deep
a
it went into
blade,
the
a
wall.
wood's blade.
Oh, that had some
Oh.
serious force behind it, man.
Where the fuck did that come from?
Good question.
In that parking lot? What the fuck?
Demons.
That's the only question. That's the only answer is
Imagine
demons.
If demons are just causing little car accidents every now and then, just tripping your car.
Angels in the outfield.
Yeah, Carl's
When
right.
fucking Danny Glover, they
You know,
were helping
they'd
him fucking
explain a
catch
lot of
the
that
ball.
stuff.
Yeah.
California
Yeah,
Angels.
that's what I said. You weren't here.
Imagine angels. They don't have any time for the homeless.
Read your
They're
fucking
fixing
Bible.
baseball
That's all I
games.
can say.
Yeah, read the Bible and get
Pete
his
Rose.
cookies
How
on.
dumb is that to think
It's
that
not in the Bible.
the angels are going to help you with a baseball game?
They decided a
They
long
don't
time
make
ago to
movies like
take
that
out.
anymore.
I've
It's a
been-
good fucking movie.
I've been talking to a lot of people over the last few months, which is maybe not a good time for the direction my life's going. But I've been talking to a lot of people over the last few months that think that aliens are angels and devils. And that's like when you're hearing about like all
This
those
shit's
stories in
getting
the Bible
mainstream.
about fallen angels and devils, like these people think that they were referring to aliens.
That fell from the sky.
No, it's just the term, the way they're phrasing it is like fallen angel, meaning like Satan, and that there's good angels and bad angels, there's demons and angels. What these people believe, and I don't necessarily agree with it, nor do I even understand it enough that I
Hey,
can argue
boy.
against it, but they believe that all these stories are really referencing a spiritual force that's always here all
Packers
the
and
time.
planes for you,
and
Hellboy.
sometimes exists in the physical form. And it might be existing as these things that we keep looking for, like aliens and UFOs. And it might be doing that maybe even to comfort us, or maybe to be more plausible, or maybe to hide the true nature of what they are. So it will present as if it's from another planet. But really what it is some sort of interdimensional spiritual being that may or may not be evil.
He shouldn't
It
be
might
saying
be
the
good,
truth.
it might be evil,
Dr.
and
Greer's
there might be a
pissed.
bunch of different kinds out there in the world. But that these stories from
That
like the ancient
angels
Hindu
and
texts,
demons
and
are
Billy Carson
aliens.
talks a lot about that. And,
Or aliens are angels and
a
demons.
bunch of other people talk about these different stories from these
All these
ancient
people
texts
nowadays,
that
Hellboy,
show-
are saying
have
that aliens
people
are demons.
either interacting with
and angels.
sky people or someone coming from the sky and interacting with them, and they think that a lot of these
He got the
things might
Joe.
be
He's trying to
talking about the
explain
same
it
thing,
away.
and that these
Well, you
aliens
just said it
that
was his
people
belief.
are
Did you hear that,
encountering,
Mossy?
there's some sort of an
Yeah.
interdimensional being that has essentially always been here.
I'll tell you who it is.
Who?
It's fucking John Travolta from that movie. You ever seen that movie where he's the angel?
Battlefield Earth.
Whatever. He's a fucking angel. Nah, he has
No, he's an
crazy
alien.
hair.
Dreadlocks.
No, this is
Yeah.
a different John Travolta
Michael?
movie. Michael.
Yeah. Oh.
When he's named
Hold on, put that
Michael.
back
Who's
up.
the
Ah,
devil?
what
I
a
thought that
Bro,
was.
the hair is nuts.
Look at this.
Fuck
aliens
Hollywood.
might be living among us disguised as humans or in a base inside the moon, according
We
to a
just
new
saw
Harvard
one with a
study.
fucking human
Yo,
skin on.
and there's Harvard studies is saying there might be a base inside the moon. How wild are things right now?
Oh my god.
This is so crazy.
But none of this is it's not really that like shocking.
Right. It's not that shocking.
Once you
They're trying to
have
get us to the
once
point
you
where
have
nothing is
knowledge of
shocking. You know that?
the other realm.
Once nothing is shocking, they can fucking do whatever they want. You know that?
Yeah.
Father Chad Ripperger, a prominent Roman Catholic exorcist serving in the Archdiocese of Denver, made bold claims in a 4-hour interview with former Navy SEAL Sean Ryan on The Sean Ryan Show. Ripperger argued that alleged extraterrestrial and interdimensional beings are in fact demonic, stating, quote, "If you strip the veneer of the alien aspect
He didn't
off,
get fired.
what you're dealing
This
with
guy.
is just demons." He linked UFO sightings and abduction experiences to classic signs
You
of
can't
demonic
fire all of them,
possession
you know
and
that?
deception, noting that some encounters stop when victims call on Jesus Christ. Ripperger also said the
you don't
bizarre
tell me you haven't
layout
heard
of
about
Jeffrey
that too,
Epstein's
right?
private island and his ritualistic
Don't tell me you haven't heard about that. People that get grabbed by them probers, They just scream about Jesus, get me the fuck out of here, and they got to drop him. Have you noticed that?
Yeah. They plead the
And then-
blood of Jesus.
Yeah, but they're bringing up fucking Jeffrey Epstein right now.
Sexual behavior suggests he was heavily involved in the occult. He warned that those aligned with demonic forces seek power and will act ruthlessly.
This guy's
if
gonna end
with-
up dead if you don't watch out.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this
It's
video,
fucking
please like and
crazy.
subscribe to support.
So that cat, the exorcist from Denver, they didn't fire him, right?
Right.
For years, every time I heard about the rapture, rather than comfort me, it terrified me. And we're told in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 that it's supposed to comfort us. I didn't find anything comforting about it at
Fucking
all.
Jay, you're on fire.
And then as I grew up, I realized that the subject of the rapture was really a lightning rod issue. People really divided over this subject that really should unite us. And when I got to the university and I began to study, I studied classical Greek and journalism. When I began to study, a book came out at that time that was very popular that said the rapture was a new idea, that it wasn't believed by the early church fathers. And it just seemed like there was so much controversy around the subject that I decided not to touch it. So I just avoided it. But as I got older, I realized I had a responsibility to deal with the rapture.
Father Chad Ripperger.
It's like we got all our responsibility. We can't put this off on anybody. We can't trust these assholes. You know that?
Yeah.
And there's more things in the universe than there are in your philosophy, Horatio. We're gonna start with
being like, let's all
tipping.
just stop. Like if we
Because everybody's freaked
because
out about
I
tipping.
need to know the answers before I ever decide to take a trip
Here's
to
that
the
chick
US
that wants to
because
come
I
here and
really
eat
don't want to
food.
get anything
Remember,
wrong
she wants a man.
because I do want to live a long, prosperous life. What is the whole tipping culture thing about? How much do you tip? When do you tip?
I don't
When
tip at all. Do
not
you?
Tip? Do you tip
Yeah, if I have
before
good
or
service, I
after the
tip. If I have
tax?
Yeah, but
shitty
if you
service,
don't,
I
Because I
do you
know
tip?
you add on tax after. Genuinely, the whole tipping situation.
I get
we
shitty
don't
service,
tip
I'm not
in
tipping.
England, really.
I only
unless
tip if I
it's
get
like a
exceptional
really
service.
rare occasion or you have loads of money, which
I don't look for
clearly
shit not
I
to tip
don't.
either.
You know
I
what I
tip
mean?
on how it
When
is.
do you tip?
The
When
whole
do you
picture.
not tip? How much do you tip? Or is it just like, could I go on and not tip?
Oh, you ain't
Like, could I
shitting,
go
Ray.
to the US and not tip?
Jay?
Or is that rude?
Normally,
and
the
will I be
cook don't
hate
get
crimed?
part of the tip.
Because I'm not trying to
So
cause any issues, but girl, we're in a cost of living crisis. Do you know what I mean?
You can
Can't
go to
be
her
spreading
thing.
the
All she
money
wants is
around
somebody to bring her
too
to
much.
America.
So
She
if
can.
you could let me know what the tipping cultures thing is about, because I
I'll
need
tell
to
you how
figure
my
it
dad
out
used to
before I
tip
ever
when this
decide to
video's
visit
over.
the US.
Tipping culture was by far the scariest thing about
This
going
is
to Canada
nuts.
as an Australian, because
I'll
we
tell
don't
you
do
how
that
my
here.
dad
Did our
based
best
his
the whole time we
tipping.
were there to give a tip that we felt the server deserved.
Here, go
It is
ahead. She ain't doing. I'm
genuinely
gonna
the
put on
most
her makeup, bitching about the fucking tipping. Go
All
ahead.
right, so we used to go to breakfast every weekend. Saturday and Sunday, we'd go out and eat breakfast every morning. And the way he would tip
He's a
is he always got
bitch.
coffee. He got black coffee, no cream or sugar, anything, just straight. They better keep that cup full the whole time he's there.
Yeah, but now they
If
expect
they
you to go to.
didn't keep that cup full the whole time he was there, they didn't get a tip. But if they did keep that cup full the whole time he was there and he never had to ask them to refill it, they just did it when they saw it was low, he'd tip them. And that's how he based his tips.
Yeah, but now they want you to give a motherfucking tip to a guy at Starbucks that just put ice in a cup and then poured iced coffee on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Common to tip for in America, and buckle up, Americans, for number 5, because that one is really going to blow your socks off. Number 1, people delivering things to your house like a sofa or a washing machine. In the UK,
I
you've
tip
paid
them.
your 200 quid for delivery and
Do you?
assembly, and
I
that's
would
it.
tip delivery, yeah.
Whereas in the US, on top of that, you would then tip
Because I used to fucking do
the
that kind of
drivers.
shit, man.
Number
That
2,
tip
tipping
is
in a
great.
coffee shop. Every time I go to a
We're getting drunk
Starbucks
that
and they
night.
show
They
me them on
unload it
screen,
and
do I
stuff
want
and
to tip
bring it to my
15,
house.
18, or
Yeah, I'm
20%?
tipping
Like,
them. Especially if
for
they hook
what?
the fucker
We
up.
would never tip in a coffee shop in England. We would say thank you and sorry about
Fuck
15 times,
Starbucks. I hate
but we
them.
wouldn't tip. Number 3, tipping housekeeping in a hotel. Now, this one I definitely found out about too late, and I'd already stayed in a lot of hotels in the States without knowing this. But in America, it's really common to leave money in the room for the housekeepers. But in the UK, this is unheard of, I'm pretty
I used to
sure.
leave
Number 4,
joints.
tipping anywhere where you have to go up to the counter to order. So a food truck, anywhere like a Nando's, anything like this. In the UK, there wouldn't even be an option to tip. Whereas in the US, I feel like it's expected. The number of times those iPads swing around at me and I've got to select how much I'm on a tip when really
Jay says if the delivery charges over 50 bones, he's
number
not
5.
tipping.
This one is going to knock your socks off if you are American. In the UK, we do not tip in bars. Like, at all.
Every
You go to
drink
your
that
bar,
the
you order
bartender
your
would bring
drink,
me, or a chick,
they
that was
make
$1,
it.
I'd give him an extra
You
$1.
pay the price of the drink
Even when I was only
only.
drinking ice water
You
after
say
I stopped
thank you,
drinking.
and you walk away.
They
Do
depend
not
on them
tip in
tips, you know
bars.
that?
Now, come to the US, order a drink in a bar and don't tip, and they'll absolutely have you. Don't get me wrong, I live in the US, I follow the US rules.
Tip people up to 25% everywhere.
I think 25 is a bit much.
Yeah, I like to do 10%.
10%?
Yeah.
If the service is good, but not 25%. In France, do you tip?
No.
Why not?
Because they already have their salaries.
So in France, you think like, okay, they have salary. Why should we give them extra money, right?
Exactly.
How much do you give usually?
1%.
Like £5.
There's a lot of things I like about England, but my favorite thing, by far, is not tipping. Do you understand how it feels to not feel obligated to tip? Like, don't get me wrong, I'll tip if like the service is amazing, but like, you know, if it's just normal service, I don't feel bad for not wanting to tip. But it's like, fuck, how are they gonna eat? How are they gonna pay their bills? They get like $2 a fucking hour.
That's what I don't like,
This is
putting that
America.
responsibility on me, you know
But
that?
in England, it's like, y'all pay them. So I don't have to tip you this big ass fucking amount. We need to bring this to America. We need to bring this whole like non-tipping culture, because I'm so sick of having to pay 20% of a bill. And most people will be like, oh, if you don't have the money or if you don't want to pay, you shouldn't go out. No, I have the money to eat for myself. I don't got money to be paying other people's fucking bills.
I don't agree with the American tipping culture. I think it's not my responsibility as a customer that the people working there get paid a fair amount of money, a fair wage. That should be the responsibility
they're getting
of
free
the people
labor and
running
we're
the
paying
places,
for it, you
like
know
the
that?
restaurant owner. So why is it my responsibility to make sure that the waiter who serves me gets paid a fair amount of wage for his work? And then also what I don't understand about the tipping culture is, like, when it has to be 20%, why does it differ if I'm ordering a more expensive meal? So when I'm ordering a $100 meal,
funny.
then 20% of that would be $20, comparing to when I'm ordering a $20 meal, then 20% of that would be $4. So why should I need to pay so
don't ever
much
go
more
there
money in
again.
tip just because I order with a more expensive meal, but the work for the waiter doesn't change? So why suddenly am I required to pay so much more? That also doesn't make sense to me. To summarize
wealth
again, I
tax.
did tip in the US because also you guys explained me in the comment section, do as the locals do. But to be honest, I don't really agree with that.
It might be controversial, and the Australian in me saying this, but if my matcha is $9, I'm sorry, I do not have the capacity to tip a single cent above that. Like $9, I just paid $9 for this. That's insane. That's a breakfast back in the
There is tipping culture in parts of Europe. The only
She's
difference
a dumb one. She's going to start saying that they tip over there, but the way they tip over there isn't how we tip over here. There, they pay money for access. You tip before anything happens. You know what I mean? Like here, where you'd give money to an expensive restaurant before you get your table. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's a greasing situation. And then they're all freaking about Walmarts now. It's like their church. I haven't been to a Walmart's in almost a year. They're fucking, when you leave, they got these retards demanding to see your receipt. I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Eat a fuck them.
Willkommen in America. Nice. Yeah, man. This will be good for my office. I can teach people where I'm from.
Does Walmart have fresh food? Well, let's see. We're in the fruit/vegetable aisle right now.
You go to
And
Whole
this is what
Foods
they
or Trader
got.
Joe's.
So I'd say
you don't
there's
buy
a lot
food
of
at
things,
fucking
but I've heard
Walmart.
that Kroger, for example, is still healthier than buying those
Oh yeah.
things at Walmart. I don't know if
You're
that's
right,
true.
Troubles.
These are the different kinds of salads,
He's at
So
Kroger's
there's a
right now.
lot, to be honest. And it's all like ready to eat, which I think is an American thing, that everything is just ready to eat.
The last time I was at a fucking Kroger, did I tell you that, Mossy? I
What?
had to use the one with the gun because of my hands and I had a bunch of water. And I told this chick, I go, you can go ahead of me. You can use that one because I got to wait for that one with a gun. And she goes, don't you fucking talk to me. And she starts screaming at me. And I go, hold on a minute. And she's going, hit me, hit me, hit me. And I go, I never hit a woman in my life. And I'm going to start with your crackhead ass. And then fucking, finally she went off to another thing down to like 2 or 3 away from me. And she's screaming and yelling. And I go, shut up, you fucking crackhead. What are you, retarded? And then when I got through the line, they started giving me that shit about my receipt. And I go, you know what? You can take this place and stick it up your fucking ass. I ain't going through this anymore. You know what I mean? I'm going farther out west.
Yeah.
I go to Trader Joe's and Whole Foods now. I ain't playing with this retard stuff.
Cut and ready. I don't know. Like, even fruit is already cut. But right next to the healthy aisle, there's the baking aisle, which is just crazy to me as a German. Like, I
As
will
a
never
German,
comprehend all
man,
of
they
this.
cut the nuts
It's
off
just
people in Germany. You know
much.
that?
I literally like feel
Listen
my
to this
arteries
pie.
clogging by looking at.
Somehow my entire algorithm today is Europeans visiting the United States and treating Walmart like an amusement park, and I am absolutely here for it. I saw one guy pick up a loaf of bread wrapped in plastic, and he's like, oh my god, you would not believe the amount of ingredients in this. Yeah, that's not bread. I don't know what it is, but it's what they're feeding us, and they're calling it
That
bread.
shit
you
lasts
know?
forever,
It's like
man.
a
I keep
little
it on the
bit
counter for the
spongy.
birds.
It's got
And it's been there for a month and nothing
25
wrong with it.
ingredients
You know
in it, and I
that?
don't know how to pronounce
Hadn't
a
gotten
single
hard.
one,
It's the same shit the
but
McDonald's bread
they
now.
said it's bread, so it's got to be bread, right? Same with everything else on American
I ain't
shelves.
eating it.
It's like what's that episode of SpongeBob? Those like Krabby Patty knockoffs that Plankton's selling, but it's just like this gray like mystery meat masked to look like a Krabby Patty. I don't know if that whole episode is like a fever dream, but it's there. I can remember it. Oh my god, that's the American food system.
In Walmart, should not be like a lot of peanut butter. That's what I'm talking about.
All them cans of baked beans.
Have you ever had Little Debbie?
Never even heard of them. Favorite. Should have looked into these. Crazy.
Marriage rings.
Need more of them in England.
I'm loving seeing all of the Europeans coming to the US and like going to places like Walmart and Trader Joe's and Target and everything. I love it so much because I'm watching those videos now being like, that was how I felt when I first moved, and something like Walmart was the most exciting thing ever.
Could you
and like
imagine
seeing
that?
all the viral like or just really popular like candy and snacks that you see like growing up on like TV shows and YouTube. When I first moved here, that was such like a novelty. So now I'm seeing it from the other perspective. I'm like, it's so cute they're coming here and like enjoying all those little things, because I remember that's how we felt. But yeah, it's like just so fun to watch and everything, because I'm like, I know how they feel and I get it. And like this place really
She gets it.
does have so many options and so many choices for
Yeah,
what you can buy.
it's the
It is
illusion of
literally
options
endless.
and choice. You
Although
know that?
majority of things might not be like the
Yeah.
healthiest.
If you break it down, there is
It's
no
like when you're
fucking. It's
coming
all the
from a
same
different place that
companies, the
doesn't
same
have
chemicals.
majority of the things that are sold here. It is just so exciting, and I love that for them.
I didn't either till earlier. When I started watching this shit, I started laughing. Oh yeah, they're like little bodegas. They ain't got shit. Like, look at what we got. And they don't know nothing about bulk. They buy like, I think they shop by the day there or something, man, the way it looks. They don't understand bulk shopping for fuck. I think they think that we buy that shit for like they buy, but our amount lasts the same amount of time. That's what's fucking with their head.
I think they're getting ready for something. Fucking heat in Texas.
He's tripping.
What the hell?
The fans.
Wow. I'm gonna cool down with that shit. There's only one. There could be thousands of those fans.
Air conditioners.
Wow.
Okay, so the Europeans are here and I got questions, right? So
Oh, this is a
I
dumb
just watched a
wench.
video of a guy giggling his way through Walmart, and some of the more memorable items that he like picked up and he ha-ha'd was over a gigantic tube of
Most of the things smell amazing. Boba body wash. This thing is like crack. And I found this. Like, how can you say no to this? It's a pretty tin thing. We don't have that in Europe. We don't. And this, we have that in Europe, but it's so cute.
Serial killer deodorant and body wash for your man. Infinite amount.
An Old
of
Spice for her
taste
husband.
in coffee. Like, infinite. I also have an infinite amount of super cute socks. In our supermarkets, you just find like blue, black, and white socks.
No shit, Mo.
$180.
They just found a laptop for $180.
That's all.
They're grabbing that mofo.
That explains why America's better.
Why do Europeans love Walmart so much? I'll tell you. As a European, you have heard about this place your whole life. It's one of those places
This is
that
hilarious.
you know it's real, but it feels like mythical. It's like Route 66 or Times Square or even like a yellow school bus. You know they exist, but they're only part of a version of the US that you've seen on TV and grown up with. And then one day you walk through the doors to Walmart, and that's how you know you're in the US. And it makes you
They
feel
don't
like
even have gallons of
weirdly
milk over there. They only
in
have
this
pints.
oddly familiar environment you've somehow never been. And I remember thinking, this is what American people must feel when they see the Colosseum. Not because Walmart is ancient or beautiful or historically significant.
This is
but because
hilarious.
it's
What a
something you've seen
metaphor.
and heard about your whole life, and now it's real. And for a moment, you stop being a tourist. And
Yeah,
step
you're
into
right,
a
Mo.
culture that you've only ever observed
It's a
from the
fine line
outside.
between
I just
gay
wish
and
the
British.
Colosseum did coconut Dr. Pepper.
I swear, this is every British person's most exciting thing about coming to America. Oh. Also, look at this. This contrast is brilliant. Fruit, cakes.
Never drink
Fruit,
the local water, man. That's a
cakes.
rule of the road.
Just look at the size of these muffins. Oh,
Yeah, but you
look
only
at
eat the
these.
muffin top, man. You give the bottoms to your dogs.
This is the type of shop where you'd come in for 2 or 3 items and you would leave with a car full of stuff. Gatorade. You could literally play hide and seek in it. One sec. What are these? Skittles gummies. We don't have them in the UK. The famous Chick-fil-A sauce. We were just about to buy some meat. for a
Chick-fil-A,
barbecue
they call it
tonight,
Chick-fil-A.
and I found
And they're all going nuts for the sauce.
bikes. You can buy bikes as well in here. What makes Walmart so good is you can buy
What I know for
crisps,
sure is give 'em a
ice
math
cream,
quiz.
sweets, and then buy a whole wardrobe.
You buy your
look
clothes
how
at Walmart,
big
you're fucked.
the clothing section is. You can buy anything: smart clothing, sports clothing, holiday clothing.
Shit clothing. It's all
This
fucking
place,
shit.
Honestly, you don't need to go to any other shop. This
I wouldn't
place
even buy
has
fucking
everything you can think
tennis
of.
shoes
Look
there,
how
would
many
you?
different spreads they have for toast. From there all the way to there. This is the one I found: peanut butter and chocolate. I might have to give that a try. Just when you think you've seen it all, you can literally buy car
Hey, hell, dear.
tires in Walmart. Yeah, I'm just gonna go get a carton of milk and a tire for the car. I'm pretty sure I've been in this shop for over an hour now.
I think one of the best things right now is
Here's
the
one right now.
Europeans experiencing America. Okay,
I'm gonna
going
skip
to
her.
Walmart for them.
We're here for the Brits. Hey, Tex.
But this kills me every time. This is pizza.
That's just one large, man. We get 2 at a fucking time, right?
1.26 kilos. And of course the ground beef. These ground beef.
This motherfucker says BBD.
This is bigger than my future. I mean, look at the size of it. Look at and I got big hands, L-sized hands, but there. And there we are, the bread. But there is no real bread. So
Nope.
let's take this for example.
So I go to Whole Foods or fucking
many
Trader Joe's for bread.
ingredients?
I got a
Oh
bakery
my
I used to work at right by me.
1 gallon, 3.8
Oh, you could live on one of them pickles.
of pickles. Don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on you, but I think most of these things would be so illegal in Europe. With all these ingredients, That's a lot.
That's funny too that they haven't ran into any Walmart
the best
people.
part, not gonna lie.
That's kind of
You got
shocking
so
me.
many different types of energy drinks. That's perfect.
Both hands.
For example, I never
Jay?
saw this one in Europe. Never. I never saw this in Europe. Of course, we got a white Monster, we got the regular Monster, we got the sugar-free Monster, but this blue one, or this one here.
I heard there's a whole thing
That's
about Monster.
that's
being
really
demonic.
amazing. I really like this.
What'd you say?
There we go with the milk. Don't get me wrong. I
I'll
like
have
milk.
to pull it up, but I heard that there's a whole thing about Monster being demonic.
3.78.
You don't buy their milk. The
1
motherfuckers,
gallon.
they sell other kinds of milk.
Gallon.
Path, you come back from a year in Europe, and Walmart is your reverse culture shock.
You know they did.
It's all cereal. Look, this is so. Why do we need this much cereal? Who needs this many? Who needs this much Twizzlers? 5 pounds. How many kilograms? 2.2 kilograms of just Twizzlers. Why is everything so big? Who needs this much Swedish fish? I feel like an international student. I'm like, why is there so many options? Like, we don't need this many options. I'm feeling overwhelmed in Walmart. There's too much stuff.
We're in America, and this is the first time going to Walmart. Let's do it.
Okay.
Vegetables and clothes as soon as you walk in.
And seafood.
America. Food and clothes. Food, clothes.
Yeah, it was like she was away for school, and she came home and going into Walmart's for some
I'm
in a
sure this
couple of years
seems so
freaked her
normal to
out.
Americans,
It was
but
a
in
whole
Australia,
thing.
all of these shops
I thought it
would
was
be different things.
bullshit.
You'd go to the
Yeah, the
supermarket,
Asian
then you'd go to a
chick.
clothing store,
She's
then
a
you'd go to
brand
hardware
newbie.
store.
And they're counting
But
how many
yeah,
stores are
one-stop
inside of a
shop. I
Walmart.
love it. So we've been to a supermarket. Now we're in Pet Barn. We're trying to find our way to Bunnings. We're now in Super Cheap Auto, which I believe is our 8th store to America's one. JB Hi-Fi to Kmart. I think we're at 10 stores, Australian to America's one. Free plastic bags is crazy. We haven't had that in Australia for like 10
Imagine
years.
paying for fucking plastic bags.
Final thoughts of Walmart?
Really like
You do if you go to Aldi's and don't have any.
Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't even think of
disrupt
fucking that.
the Australian economy.
Yeah, but then they got the boxes there.
That's
If you
really
really did,
It
then
is-
they'll give you a box. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If you need one.
Yeah.
There, this guy sums it up better than Cause you've been to HEB in Texas. That fucking makes Walmart look like a fucking joke. You know that?
Yeah.
Dude, shit. I worked at the Kmart's world headquarters here, putting in smoking lounges for everybody when smoking got big. And it looked like Darth Vader's fucking headquarters. Then they fucking went out of business. It was weird as fuck. It's like they put all that money into it. Yeah, you know, Tex. When I lived in Dallas, man, that was the best fucking. I wish they were here in Michigan. I'd fucking go there instead of Whole Foods and fucking Trader Joe's. But they're the shit.
Walmart, superstore, supermarket. I went to America, and you know what shites all over Walmart is HEB. I lived in Texas. Walmart looks like a Lidl compared to
It's
HEB.
for the ghetto people.
HEB is probably the most amazing place I've ever been in my life. Other than the gas stations in Texas.
Oh yeah,
is
Buc-ee's.
better
They're losing their
than
mind about
Walmart
Buc-ee's too,
per se.
dude.
And we even have Walmart over here in Scotland. It's called Asda. And Asda isn't even our best supermarket. We've got Tesco. The one where I've got is
It's
got like a
Aldi,
place where you
dude,
can go
he's
and get
trying
your
to say.
shoes shined, your keys cut, and a whole bunch of other things. Passport photos, post office. The big Tesco Mary Hill has it all. Okay, so no. As for where else did I go? That was Carrefour in France. You've got basically everything there. So stop telling lies, okay? Walmart isn't all that. HEB, however, is like nowhere I've ever been on Earth. HEB is by far the best supermarket on planet Earth.
Watch this shit.
Let's see what this is all about then, shall we? It's huge. Now it's a car shop. Oh, we can go over there and get cereal. And you can't see it, but behind me, they're selling weapons.
They found a
Oh, that's
rifle
nice, darling.
section.
What are you doing? Getting a book? Here you go, I've got one for you.
The perfect divorce.
Also got one for you. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
The perfect husband. He's like, what the fuck? Boat books?
And then next minute, we're at Baby Grows and Baby Clothes. Oh, look,
Oh, yeah,
little
those
sister,
fucking
your
tattoos are
little
bad.
sister. Yeah, all excited. Do you think we're gonna have one happy boy?
Yeah.
They're
They're gonna buy him fucking Lunchables with Prime in it. Poor
Can't
kid.
leave Sophia out. Look at the size of this meal. We're gonna go check out the cereals. Oh, you can just buy jewelry or baby milk.
Yeah, well, jewelry leads to me having to buy baby milk.
That's in the same
We
section.
don't know that.
That's the size of our big cereals. That's a big sugar for us at home, right? Are you ready? Been sent back out to the car because Walmart don't accept Apple Pay. What? When the freaking flipping bug
covered the wrong part of his head.
Apparently they're like,
Oh, no,
well, they
Lunchy.
don't accept Apple Pay. Okay, that is the end of our Walmart experience.
They're
And to
full
be
of
fair,
mold and shit, I heard.
Pretty
No, no,
impressed.
Prime
Thing is, yeah,
stuff.
you actually won't need anything else other than Walmart. Like if you need anything, you just go to Walmart. They had everything. A TV, Walmart. Fishing bait, Walmart. Kids stuff,
We'll do one more of these.
We're in Walmart right now, and I'm going to show you some things that would literally throw Europeans in a coma.
Ah, fuck that. We'll move on. So they're shocked by Walmart. Can you believe that?
Yep.
America is just so much bigger than you actually think. Until you travel there, you just can't put it into perspective. Americans will be telling you that they're driving to a city that's nearby. In reality, it's
Oh,
like
that's
6
sweet,
hours
hell,
away.
dear.
To me, that's not nearby.
Fuck,
That's like
I
a
would
whole
jump on
different
that
chapter of
probably.
life.
I'd be in there getting
Genuinely
tires.
is amazing, the scale of the place. It's
I'm convinced Europeans experience distance differently than Americans because I'm in a long distance relationship with my boyfriend right now. Every time I bring it up to someone who lives in Europe, they're like, oh, like I did long distance before. Like I only saw my boyfriend every like 3 months. It was so hard. I was like, oh my God, 3 months. Like, how far do you guys live from each other? Thinking it was at least like a continent away. And they're always like, oh, like it was a 3-hour drive. Like I just couldn't justify making that every month. And I was like, my boyfriend and I lived an 8-hour drive, and we still saw each other like once a month when I was doing college in the States. And these people are like fiancés or like married. You only live 3 hours away from your significant other and you're not willing to make that drive. But I also guess that makes sense because you can drive 3 hours and be like in a completely different country here. But if you drive 3 hours from San Diego or OC, you're still like in Southern California.
One of the biggest differences between Americans and Icelanders, or Europeans in general, is driving distances, the tolerance for them. Americans, they can have a 2-hour commute to work, and that's their commute. In Iceland, we complain if something's more than 25 minutes. Like we were in 25 minutes in traffic. That's like, oh my God, are you okay? And same with, when people are visiting family members and they live 3 or 4 hours away. Americans will do that as a day trip. Icelanders, we would always spend the night. Anything over 3 hours, you got to spend the night. What are you going to drive 6 hours in one day to go back and forth? No. It's like with dog years. Like for an American 1 hour, that's like 3 hours in Iceland. You know what I'm saying? Like your guys' tolerance is just on a different level.
I keep seeing TikToks of people talking about how Europeans just do not understand how big the United States is. And as an American who used to live in Europe, this is 100% true. I think a lot of people understand in theory that countries like the United States or Australia, China, or Russia are really big. But until you actually experience it yourself, it's hard to conceptualize just how big that is. And so I'm originally from Seattle, but I was constantly asked questions about New York City. And a lot of my European friends just did not really understand just how far Seattle and New York really were. For example, when I talked about moving to New York City, I had European friends tell me, oh, that must be so nice to be close to your family again. When my European friends would plan a trip to New York, they would ask if they could come visit me and see where I'm from. Of course, I would always say yes, but also a lot of people didn't realize just how far apart these two cities are. So I came up with a comparison that I'm going to show you now. So if you were to drive from where I grew up in Seattle to New York City, it would be 2,830 miles or over 4,500 kilometers. And since I lived for a time in France, I like to compare with the starting point in Paris. So a drive of this same distance could get you all the way from Paris to the Middle East, specifically northern Iraq. And I don't know about you, but for me, this comparison has always helped put that distance into perspective.
If you were to ask me how
Check
far
this
it
round
is
head
between
out.
point A and point B, I would tell you how many minutes it takes you to get there. I would not tell you how many miles it takes to get there.
That is true, though.
Interacted with people that have scoffed at me for
I know how to
telling them
get my time.
instead of distance, and it's like I don't know the distance. I know the time because I don't care how many miles it is. I care how
Yeah, but it's
long
easy
it
to figure
takes
out the
me
mileage.
to get there. It's just more practical. And I know a lot of people say, oh, well, it's an American thing. Like, Americans do that, not the rest of the world. Which, A, I don't think, there's no way that's accurate. And B, can somebody explain
I knew a guy that drove here to Detroit from Maryland every weekend to work. Well, like he'd drive Sunday night, get here Monday, and then work as a carpenter for me. And then at the end of the week, he'd leave fucking Friday night and go back to Maryland and then come back. That's a fucking drive.
Yeah.
Oh man, they used to kill me with that one. It's just a couple clicks away. We got 5 clicks and we'll be there. And then it'd be like 2 hours later. I'm going, we're never going to get there, are we? I quit asking after a while. You know that? Fuck that. I had cousins. We're going to a gravel pit. It's only 5 miles away. It's 25.
Me why they think saying miles is better, because I can't comprehend that. I guess maybe some people do live in a crazy consistent world where traveling a mile takes them the same amount of time every time for each mile they travel.
No, every
But that's just
destination
not
takes
realistic.
different amounts of
The
time.
street right outside my house, there's 35 miles an hour. If I'm going by a school zone, it's 25 miles per hour. If I'm getting on the highway, it's like 55 miles an hour. If I'm getting on the freeway, it's like 70 miles an hour. Like if I was in a
Like say we're going to start a new job on Monday. And I didn't know, they just give me the fucking directions and I'd have to figure it out where it was and how I was going to get there and what's the best way to get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you're late, you lost your job. Some other motherfucker would be doing it by the time you got there. So I'd like Friday night, Saturday night, I'd get drunk, take my girlfriend with me and we'd go scope it out and see what the fuck the best way was. Figure out how long it was, where it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take a recon on it. And then fucking, I was never late to work. I'm genetically, she's pretty fucked. I hate hearing her talk. Yeah, we'll skip by her. I hate when it's the Americans trying to explain how the Europeans feel. You know that? It's fucking stupid. I hope she's got another fucked up
To get
head.
somewhere by hours. And I'm like, you don't? She's like, no, that's an American thing. I
There
never
we go, another
thought about it.
American.
Oh my God. I live in Texas, right? I could drive 10 hours in a straight line and still be in Texas. For reference, the longest drive I've ever done in England was when I drove from London
I've driven
to
across
Liverpool
Texas
for a cross-country
multiple
meet.
times.
And my mum stopped 4 times to piss in a 4.5 hour drive. I remember when I first got here, bear in mind the longest drive I'd done was 4.5 hours. I was here maybe a month and I had to do a 10-hour drive to Alabama. And doing a drive for that long for the first time was fucking rough. But once you've been here, you get used to it, man. Like, I've drove 9 hours to Florida from Texas multiple times.
Fuck yeah. Been
But
there.
if you tell anyone in England you're driving 9 hours, miss them with that. Miss them. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't even know if you can drive 9 hours in England and still be in England. Like, I'm pretty sure you'd get to Scotland by that point anyway. I don't know
Yeah,
how
but drive in
far
circles, I
Southampton
think.
is from Newcastle. I'd have to do my research, but yeah, that length of a drive in England, myth.
As an American who has been living in France for almost the last 5 years, I still think it's quite funny what we consider to be a long distance.
No,
for
you're an
a French
American. We
person
want
or
the
for an American.
foreigners.
Downtowns. Like, these neighborhoods were built decades before the car even was invented. So where is everyone? That's because the walkable neighborhoods that used to exist here were demolished for parking. And what few pre-car buildings are left are on streets designed to get cars through here as quickly as possible, with wide lanes and timed traffic lights to make sure that they never have to stop. And when nobody has to stop, the walkable businesses
Cattle,
that
oh
were
my
here end up
God.
shuttering. It's a vicious
The
cycle.
fucking
and we-
GPS told me I was going down a highway, and it fucking turned into this fucking cattle fucking thing, and cattle were all over it, and I couldn't drive, and the farmers were laughing, and I go, "What the fuck?" And they go, "GPS," and I go, because it was right when it first started. It was like it was so fucked on the East Coast in Boston, and then in Texas, it was like just if I would have paid attention, it probably would have drove me off a cliff or something. You know what I mean? I was using maps more than GPS. It's just Nick Fuentes without makeup. That's a good one, Mo. Yeah, fuck him. It's another American. I don't want Americans explaining to me how the Europeans feel.
Norway, long boy. Very long boy.
Can I say something problematic?
Oh, here we go.
I don't want to hear nothing from nobody.
This is a black nationalist telling everybody how to feel about America. And she's got to take down the president and the fucking government. Can you believe that shit? It's fucking retarded. And here's her explaining distance. I don't even want to hear this shit. I'm here for the foreigners.
My mind, and I've been to America. If you now were to drive in Europe across France, Belgium, Netherlands, Germany, Luxembourg, Austria, and Switzerland, so 7 different European countries, and you took the amount of time you drove across them countries in Europe, you still wouldn't make it across Texas. You still wouldn't. How insane is that? And that's just one state. I use that fact all the time when I try and tell people how big America actually is. You can drive across seven European countries, and in the same time, if you did that across Texas, you still wouldn't make it across Texas. What? What? And that's one state. There's 50 states, man. What? And if
I've driven
that doesn't
from New
verify
York to
you how
Texas,
big
or
America
Michigan to
actually is,
Texas.
then I don't know what will. I literally don't know what will.
That was a 2-day trip.
Absolute mental.
I'm going to clump all of Europe together when I say this, which I know we're not supposed to clump all of Europe together.
I know.
But have you guys
We're not
noticed
supposed to clump
that
it all
Europeans
together.
seem to have no sense of how
That's a
big
gay
the
European.
Yeah. There's a lot of them, though. You got to know that. More than there are here. For some fucked up reason. This is an okay
There
one
is
in the
honestly
beginning.
something about In-N-Out that is legendary. You know what you're going to get every single time you come.
Dude,
and
have
the
you seen
quality-
that knife that motherfucker used? Have you seen a
That
knife?
who
Because somebody
used?
had it to stab that kid in the heart. It's not a regular knife. It's got a serrated edge. It's black and it's got a fucking. It's just
Stab
insane
which
the way it looks. The knife that watermelon felon stabbed him in the chest with, and it's
The one that
flippable,
got
man.
35 years?
Yeah, that knife is insane, man. I'm gonna try to get a picture of it because even the guy who was showing it on the internet, it was all fuzzed out. Then I looked it up and fucking I was like, holy shit, this thing, it's got a serrated edge on it on the top, and at the front it's got like 2 forks. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that bitch was trying to say, what the fuck's her name? The one who just lost her job in the Senate? Candace Owen? No, what the fuck's her name? The one who always wears all the makeup and her eyes are crooked?
Oh.
Fuck, I can't think of her name. Jasmine Crockett. Fuck her. She's trying to say that it was a Swiss Army knife. This has nothing to do with a fucking Swiss Army. If it was a Swiss Army knife, he might have survived. What killed him was the way it had the 2 forks on it and the serrated edge and all that shit. It was misshapen. You know what I mean? It made a fucking hole, they said, in his chest. You know?
Was it misshapen or was it designed to be that way?
It was designed to be that way. Like a triangle
Right.
motherfucker. You know what a triangle knife
Yeah.
is like? The fuck, man? No, it's small. It's only like 4 or 5 inches. But they're trying to say it's just a fucking. There's no such thing as a motherfucking cleat cleaner knife. I ran track my whole fucking
Well,
life.
triangle, if the triangle knife is the right one they use for like the old bayonets and stuff, it's got grooves in it to make it you bleed.
Yeah, they
so
had
it don't
blood
seal.
gutters
You
on it,
blow
though,
it
so it
out.
didn't get fucking. Yeah, but this is different.
When you
This is
pull it
like
out, the wound wouldn't seal. It's shaped like a triangle.
Yeah, but this is like I think it was for skinning animals or something. I'm gonna look more into it, and we'll cover it on Saturday. But it's
You
just
saw that. You
fuck.
see the knife I carry.
Yeah, I got fucking all
It's a
kinds of knives
fixed
right now. I
blade.
quit
That
carrying
fixed
them
blade
years
knife
ago.
I carry.
Yeah,
I could fuck somebody up with that knife, dude.
yeah, but you know what? If somebody come at me
If
with a
I
knife,
had
I'm gonna
to.
take it away from them. That's what I figured. So why carry one when you can take one? And I ain't going to no fucking places. I'm not gonna put myself in that position anymore. I'm done. I don't know about you.
Well, yeah, but you never know who's gonna come up on you. So I have something on me all the time.
It's black and it's got like you can flip it by just fucking jerking it. And it's like a foldable knife, like they're saying. But the blade itself is fucking insane. It's like I said, there's like 2 fucking forks on the front of it. Then the back edge is all serrated, and then the front's got one of those wavy blades on it. You know what I mean? And it's fucking triangle shaped. You got to figure if you're gonna get in a fucking knife fight. Yeah, I forgot what it's called too. I'm gonna pull it up and we'll have it on Saturday. I'll show it to you guys because they wouldn't show it anywhere. It's all fuzzed out. Yeah, he could. That's the whole thing. When somebody comes at you with a fucking knife, it's not even a butterfly knife because I got butterfly knives around here that are worth fucking money. It's like a regular fucking like a Swiss Army knife, but it's like a lethal version of it. You know what I mean? Because Jasmine Crocker started to say, "Oh, there were little scissors on it and all that shit." She's such a bitch. Fuck. Yeah, there's a toothpick on there too, you bitch. No, there's one of those lights you can blind somebody with. There's that fucked up triangle knife and some other shit. I didn't even get to see it. We'll know more later. But like you said, a triangle knife, the fucking wound don't close. So that's why they said there was a hole in his fucking chest. You know that? Fuck. And then they're trying to belittle it all. I don't trust any of these fucks anymore. Do you? I'm going to search it myself and figure it out.
Exactly the same every single time. Quality control in and out is brilliant.
He loves In and Out.
It's probably the number one place we go if we want to eat out, to be honest.
Yummy.
No, it wasn't that. Fuck, I'll have the name of it. It's like a Swiss Army, but like upgraded for today.
So good.
They have the craziest thing here in America. So it's blazing hot outside.
Called air
But look
conditioning,
at
brother.
this. I'm going to step into this establishment, and it's chilly. It's hot outside, but when you step in, it's like a winter's day.
We are in Houston, Texas, and you can't come to Texas without eating barbecue.
We're here at Pinkerton's Barbecue. It's been highly recommended. Let's try it.
Let's go.
This is apparently the best barbecue spot in all of America. Come on. It's not just a restaurant. Look.
It's a bar.
Amazing. It looks very American. Ribs, brisket.
I've been there.
All the meats you could imagine. Yeah, full one.
Look at all this food. You've got the ribs, we got the sausage, we got the brisket, mac and cheese with bacon, the coleslaw, the jalapeno, the bread.
How nice, Jack.
Let's try it. I've never had mac and cheese with bacon. Oh, it melts in your mouth. Coleslaw.
Forget the sides. We're here for the final boss, mate.
Look at that.
Oh, you don't even need to cut it.
Like butter.
Oh, wow. Good. Outrageous. Sausage. Oh, it's like sweet.
Is it good?
Not spicy. Right, you try the rib.
Okay. Look at that. The meat just falls off the... Oh, mate. Are you joking?
That's a weekly thing, man, around here.
Got an idea. You make a sandwich out of all this.
All right. You've got to have a base.
Yes.
Get the main boss as the filling.
Why is it a fly?
Right. Has he paid for that? Not finished yet. The sandwich needs a bit of carbs. How can this be bad? You ready?
Try it.
You're never going to want to go home.
So good. Is it good?
I've just made the best sandwich ever. Call me Subway.
I love it. This is one of the funnier things I've seen so far in the World Cup. You can see right behind me, Waffle House, a giant line of all the people from Spain, all the Europeans and everything. I don't think I've ever seen a line from Waffle House. More or less, I don't think I've ever seen Waffle House at over a 50% capacity. You know what? I landed in Atlanta. I was like, you know what? Waffle House sounds.
Oh, I've been to that
banger.
one,
So
the one in
Waffles
Atlanta.
to start the day before the game. No,
That's
I was
when
wrong.
Kid
That's
Rock
not
got into
even
his fight.
Gonna get close to happening because that line. Look at it. It is so thick. It's just
Yeah,
going down the entire
there's never
side
a
of the
line
building.
there.
You're kidding. Now, mind you, I am right next.
Especially in the
to the
daytime.
stadium.
It's usually at
The
night
Fest
it's
is there.
packed.
Stadium right over
Jack.
there. But I think it is so funny seeing all like the Europeans taking the culture of just obviously Waffle House and just everything that America comes to bring. I mean, you guys have seen all over Twitter. Was it Freddie the German and stuff like that? Where just experiencing Waffle House, I think that definitely blew it up to where everybody's like, okay,
Oh, there
we
you
got to try
go.
Waffle House.
We're going to Walmart.
Hang on, I'll grab that. Can you grab that, Motsy?
I'm in heaven.
Yeah.
What's happening? I can get bread, milk, and an air rifle.
A milk and an air rifle.
I need a bigger basket. Look at all golf stuff. That's mad. $178 for a 50-inch telly. That's crazy.
Not fitting my suitcase, that though, will it?
Yeah, you can get fucking huge ass TVs under $200
Folks,
now.
I'm telling you, a lot of Europeans are fainting. And you know why? It's because they are experiencing America for the first time. The culture shock is crazy across board. These Europeans, just by tasting the American food, they're saying it's great. But when they were outside the United States, most of them were saying, oh, the American food is full of chemicals. But right now, they're tasting it and they're saying
an American staple. And as a British girlie in Florida, gotta come and eat at Chili's.
First of all, folks, it's funny that a lot of
Chili's?
British out there
Oh, I
are
forgot. This is
mesmerized with
where
the
this
foods that they're
fucking
coming with.
Russian starts talking. We'll go to the next one.
So, how are you?
Oh, this is that British guy where it says BBD for the fucking ground.
9 liters of ice cream. I never saw this in Europe. Why so big? Why so big?
Mesdames et messieurs, we need to talk about l'Amérique. As French, we need to stop saying Vive la France and start saying Vive l'Amérique. This place is incroyable. C'est incroyable. I just had Texas barbecue.
We could win the world with that shit. You know that?
Better than any moment in my life. And I am married and have 2 kids. Oh, but in France you have des crêpes, les petits pains au chocolat, les croissants. No, I give my left croissant for a Texas brisket. Don't even get me started on Costco. Costco is bigger than my village where I live. Whatever you want at Costco, it's there. You just show up and you could buy your whole life there.
You'd have to drag him behind a truck, Jack. Get him out of here.
Just to get Costco.
He's fucking
in
staying.
France. I will be the first one to say I will start a revolution to quitter Costco. Les Italiens, les Italians, I'm sorry, but ranch makes pizza better than anything I've ever tasted. When you go to a restaurant, you leave a tip. It's because they're so nice. But my waitress,
they're rude as
came
fuck
over and
in
talked to us,
France.
like we had known
And in
each other
French
for a year.
Canada.
It was
They're
like she
shitheads.
wanted to be my best friend. And at the end, I felt stupid not to leave a tip. In France, they want to take off the tip of my head. Speaking about how
The
nice
tip of my
and friendly these Americans are, I think in France, I can count on one hand how many people have smiled at me.
Including my mom?
Just normally, they smile, you know. I think my mother has smiled at me twice. Here, just going down the street, everybody says hi. Like, what do you want?
What do you want from me?
What do you mean, bonjour? Oh, hi. This is a normal road in America, and this is bigger than the Champs-Élysées. This car right here is called a Waymo. Waymo? C'est ça? Yeah, Waymo. And for the longest time, I wondered why it was called a Waymo. It is because America has way more than the rest of the world.
Can I please have a roast beef? Oh, that looks so good. It looks so juicy. I'm not getting all that, obviously. Wait, I'm getting all of that? Wait, what? She's joking. No, she must be joking. No way. What? I get all of that? Oh my goodness! Wow. Thank you. I don't know what to say. Welcome to Texas. Is this a normal size?
Yes.
It is? Is this Texas style?
I would say it's Texas size.
All right.
Service about an 18 to 20 ounce portion of prime rib.
Wow, amazing. All right, ready for a light lunch here in Houston, Texas?
Being a Brit from the UK, we all have a perspective of what we think America.
To be fair, Jack, you'd probably hate it. My bike's a Peugeot. When did I race? I had a bunch of them. Peugeot's one of the easiest bikes to work on.
Is like we all think they love fast food, they don't eat healthy, and they just sit at home, relax all day, don't work. Listen, that's what we think. But no, it's the complete opposite. Literally, Americans do not like a lot of fast food. They're into their fitness. People love soul food. People love to cook. People love exploring. People love going out. Honestly, being a Brit, we get told different things. We see different stuff. So
I'm gonna have to get a new one eventually.
I'm coming
It's getting
here,
old.
experiencing it and understanding people's life. It is so good.
I wrecked the frames, man.
Literally,
I bend the
if
fuck
you're
out of
not
them.
from the USA, you need to come here. You need to experience what it actually is like. And also, we don't really know that there's 50 states. Well, unless you're like me, I didn't know there was.
Folks, let me admit, I've never seen Europeans this happy visiting the United States. Right now, they are happy, jumping up and down, going out, greeting people. And you know why? Because they're experiencing this culture shock they have never seen in the European society. I don't know what you folks are saying, but based on what I've experienced so far, Europeans are loving every
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, that's
Look,
wonderful.
Ann made it to Texas and Ant's in rehab. No, fuck no.
Yeah.
No, Mo.
I'm in heaven.
Folks,
Yeah, we
I'm
got
sincerely
shit about
dying.
Jack.
What a wonderful way to
I mean,
enjoy
Patrick,
the
that
sumptuous
me
meal
and Jack
offered by the
figured
United
out.
States. A
You
lot
gotta
of Europeans
figure,
are
man.
finding
This motherfucker lives out in the desert by himself, and his family hates him, right? That's the story, right? What if fucking he's living out in the desert because when you're a pedo weirdo like he is, fucking you got to report to all your neighbors that you're on that list, right?
Yep.
Not in the fucking desert. You don't got to report to anybody. Makes sense, right? He's hiding out in the desert because he's a weirdo. Hen eats and eats and eats, and we'll go to this guy.
Oh yeah, we'll add ourselves on. Thank you so much. Check this out, guys. High trust societies.
Before we continue, folks, I've seen a lot of Europeans appreciating
Oh,
the
it's the
services
German
that they're
guy
receiving
again.
in the
Fuck
United
him. We'll
States.
move
And
forward.
one thing for sure, you don't job when it comes to
Russian.
Here is something Americans do that the European mind cannot simply comprehend. Okay? Europeans, Brits like myself, can travel across Europe. You can get to France in 40 minutes on an airplane ride. You can get to Germany. You can get anywhere in Europe in well under 2
I didn't figure out
hours. No
shit.
problem at all.
All right,
Alright?
disavow.
It's
Jack
easy.
had nothing
It's
to do with it.
accessible. People will always say, why don't Americans need
Oh, Carl didn't-
passports? I'll tell you why.
You helped
Americans
Carl,
don't need to travel
And fucking, I
outside
didn't
of
even know what
America.
D-Crew was
Each
till
state
he
is like
started
its own
crying about it.
country. Like we have when we visit
But he
literal
hit on
different
Chris
countries.
Stanley
America
yesterday,
has
everybody.
different states.
He hit on Chris Stanley yesterday, and it kind of all the pieces fell into place. His own son hates him. I wonder why. D-Crew is fucking some insanity that came from the game they were playing. That's why I played that guy earlier. Stir the beans from Fortnite. So they played Fortnite, and the ones that Rising and Patrick got mad at, they were the D-Crew. Like, I don't know, A, B, C, D, right? Carl will send you the flyer because Carl D is the leader of the D-Crew.
That are literally like different countries. They have their own personality, they have their own culture, they have their own scenery, they have their own weather. Americans don't need to leave America. They just simply need to go on holiday/vacation to another state. It's that simple. America is absolutely ginormous. I think you can fit the UK like 8 times inside America. The UK has what, 70 million people? America has 370 million people. Americans commute an hour and a half to work. Brits can get to a different country in under an hour. I'm going to show you a comment on screen right now that will be so normal for an American to read. But when you show a Brit this comment, it is so incomprehensible, it's not even worth thinking about. You can drive for 8 hours in America and still be in the same state.
Oh, yeah, if you're going up
And
north.
as an American, you say,
Hear
yeah,
ya.
that's normal. No, it's not. No, it's not to us Brits, mate. We can literally get to France in half that time from the UK. You've got to cross bloody water to get to France. I know what's crazy? The commute Americans take to work, an hour and a half, me included as a Brit, I wouldn't even drive that far for a holiday, for a vacation in the UK. That is truth. America, I have found the comment that sums you up to a T. This sums up Americans to a T. Are you ready? Driving is part of our DNA. I don't think Brits understand how true this is. When I've been to America, I've tried to walk places. America ain't built for walking, mate. Americans drive everywhere. One, because it's absolutely massive and you can't walk anywhere. 3, the cars are absolutely badass and they've got engines that are so powerful you can't help but drive. This is such a true statement. I learned that the hard way.
Yeah, New England
Everyone
states are
drives in
small.
America. No one walks. Everyone drives. It's part of the culture. But in the UK, people are
Except
walking.
for Philly and
this right here could
Pennsylvania
not have
and New
been a
York,
more
they're
true
kind of big.
statement.
The
Driving is
rest are all
part
tiny.
of an American's DNA. America, am I right?
For years and years, Europeans have taken the piss out of America. They're so loud. They're so rude. They're so stupid. Why is everything so big? Why do they love their country so much? All of those people right now are eating their words because
This
of the
shit's
World
blowing
Cup.
up, man.
People who wouldn't normally go to America are going to America. I am seeing reaction videos everywhere. People are loving it.
Well, you
They are
get
loving
lower
the
insurance
food,
when you got
they're
multiple cars,
loving
Jack.
the culture, they're loving the people, they're loving the size of everything. People are starting to understand how amazing America truly is, rather than just listening to the media and what other people have told them. Once you truly experience America, you won't want to go anywhere else in the world. And I'm loving this for you Americans.
I'm going to show this to all
People
my
are
girlfriends that
bigging
say
up
they want to
America
travel
so
all over.
much,
You know,
especially
Aussie?
the showmanship.
Right.
Eagles flying around stadiums, music, dirt bikes doing flips, like insane. I love it. I'm happy for you guys, Americans.
I feel like I've been lied to my entire life about America.
America, it is happening. Do you see it? People who aren't American who have traveled to the World Cup are realizing they've been lied to. Before traveling to America, foreigners would just think America is this place they would hear about on the news all the time. It's a horrible place. But when you strip that back, like I've been doing for years, traveling America, so many different states, you realize the beauty of America, the different cultures, how amazing the people are. And the World Cup has allowed people outside of America to see America through their own eyes, not through their country's media eyes. This is incredible.
Mo,
And I couldn't be
my state
happier
could fit
for
New England and
America.
Old
The
England.
world is realizing when you strip back the negativity you get and you realize how beautiful America
Your state's
really
got
is.
fucking super ass hot all the way up to cold. My brother would fucking, we'd go swimming in the ocean and skiing at night.
Welcome to America. You know, I used to be little like you.
Ich will essen alles. Oh mein Gott, Tomati.
Oh, good night, Tex. Thanks for coming through.
This is long as an adult's arm. The size of an adult's arm.
So you like shopping in America a lot better, honey? We've
Look at this guy, man.
items.
All this car stuff, because I'm in heaven. What's happening? I can get bread, milk, and an air rifle.
Okay, so I'm in America, yeah? Guys, the yellow school buses are real.
This
The
killed
whole life
me.
I thought it was just cartoons or the telly that would show these
We even
yellow
got
school
short buses
and I
here.
was like, it's not real. It's just for
Retard
the telly.
bus.
Blimey, it's real. My family don't believe me. I'm gonna catch me a picture
I
tomorrow
have
so
that
I
link
can
pulled
show.
up that you posted.
The knife?
I gotta tell you guys, some
Yeah.
of the
We're gonna
best
finish this
content
out.
that you can consume online right
Bum,
now
bum, bum.
comes from the Euro.
Go ahead, show your the knife. You got it?
Yeah.
And then you can play your song, and then we'll see you guys on Saturday. Thanks for coming through.
What's the kind of knife you use?
You got a better picture of it? There's the light I was talking about. The one that I saw had a black thing. It was black. And you could see the serrated edge, and it had like a forked tip. Maybe that
Hold
guy
on.
was wrong. Maybe it was a different model of the same knife.
Hold on.
Huh. Dude, I had a birthday party one time, and for like miles
Is that a
around.
little better?
Yeah, but it don't have the fork tip like the one. There's a serrated edge, and it's on the bottom. See, the one I
Yeah.
saw, it had serrated edge on the top, and it is a triangle shaped, and it had like a fork tip. But that's pretty much the same knife, except for the fork tip and it serrated on the top. That guy must have had the wrong knife. His was all black too, but that is the knife they're saying, right?
Yeah. Type of knife used. It's like a $13 knife.
Yeah, what an idiot. His life is fucked now, you know that?
Mm-hmm.
For what?
Yeah, you can. It's sold at Walmart for $13.
Great. Fuck Walmart too. Fucking Walmart. It figures that he bought it there. Right?
Right?
He wouldn't have the balls to put a wig on and invite Ant down to the basement with that bad boy in his pocket.
He probably pulled that damn thing off the rack, dude. He probably didn't even buy it.
That isn't the same knife that guy was showing earlier. That guy is full of shit. Because you swung it and it just popped right the fuck open, and it was way more deadly looking than that one. You got no sound.
I know that.
All right.
I had a commercial.
Oh.
All right, have a good night.
Peace.
Thanks for coming out. See you Saturday.
Still muted. Hail Mo. Hail the chat. You guys make it. Every day, Bow. You got it yet? That new thing freaked me out. I'm wondering who the fuck came up while I wasn't paying attention. When I saw it was you. You okay? Yo, Mossy.
Yeah?
Yeah, nothing's going on, man.
You can't hear it?
No. Maybe you got to share your audio too when you do it.
I thought I did. Hold on.
Yeah, I know. You're a rookie.
No, it was on. I don't know why it wasn't.
I should just ended it. You would have known. There you go.
There you go.
Peace, everybody. Thanks for coming through.
Mama raised a cowboy, country as it comes. Daddy raised an outlaw, see the whiskey in my blood. Granny was a rebel, she was known to her gun. And Grandpa, here's a story where it all begun. Now I was in my blood, country in my soul. Pine trees in my eyes, it's a place where I call home. Buried me by my king, so they tell the story again. When they say my name, when they talk about where the outlaws begun.
Outlaw in the veins, my mama, she raised a good one. I'm a smooth criminal from the south, don't overlook them. I was raised on them truck trails, truck that filled with gun shells. Did blood on the tailgate, didn't get caught, so who cares? Blame it all on my roots, that I showed up in boots with this old ragged guitar, a bunch of badass tunes, square bodies, firearms and pit bulls, dirt road, bonfires and tattoos. twos. We keep it real, we don't take no shit. Yeah, the outlaws in the blood will go and pick me a switch. So when I die, bury me next to my kin, so we can talk about the good times when good times end. I'm more than dust in the wind. I'm the song of the South, where all that big boy shit will get you punched in the mouth. I live life with no questions. I'm living to learn lessons. Got country inside my soul and a soul that's full of blessings.
Now holes in my blood, country in my soul, pine trees in my eyes. It's a place where I call home. Bury me by my kin, so they tell the story again. When they say my name, when they talk about where the outlaws we go. In my blood, country in my soul, pine trees in my eyes. It's a place where I call home. Bury me by my kin, so they tell the story again. When they say my name, when they talk about where they are.